caramelize the onion and get whatever kind of cheese that you like. He recommended like a Gruyere cheese, but I used provolone and cheddar.
Right.
And then you roll it up, and I smoked it for like 3 hours.
Oh wow.
And then baked it.
That sounds
We've
good.
been eating it for the last 3 days.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I kind of
I got new dice.
had to get that off the stove and into the pot before I left.
Ooh.
Sorry.
They're from my MTG, but I can't help but laugh. It looks just like the ones.
Ooh, I love that.
Are those Magic the Gathering dice?
Yeah.
That's your point dice?
You know,
That's
those
my-
glasses look really cool on you. You can
For when you
keep
do
those.
points, right?
Yeah, that's my left. That's the left dice.
That's right. And it's purple.
Rachel,
It's purple.
those glasses look
Did you
really
know
cool
it's
on you. You can
purple?
keep them.
Well, I got some. I have my old glass. Yeah,
Yes, but those look cool on you. You can keep them. I'm really
Is this
funny
the
about
mango
what sunglasses I have.
No, it's
Those
just
were
regular
given to me by
ginger.
my brother.
Ooh, I'll take one of those. Those are good. You brought those last time, didn't you?
I usually bring a little pocket full of them, but
My brother got
got a
them
whole
for
bag.
free, so it's like they look good on you, so you can have them.
So what do you think of Studio 2.0?
It's epic.
it's epic. It's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna have elbow room.
Elmama Bow. Elmama Bow.
We'll have room to have our dice rolling things.
Elmama Bow.
It was like. And I brought a new snack. Blaze came up with a new flavor.
Which makes zero sense.
Funyuns.
Funyuns?
So basically flat Funyuns?
Which is basically
Okay.
sour cream and onion.
Is it? No, I
Well,
gotta chew.
It's not only are they flat, they're like crunchy. Because Funyuns kind of melt in your mouth, right?
Yeah.
Melt in your
Just
mouth
like Funyuns.
and attach to your arteries.
Oh my goodness.
They taste
Those
just
are
like
good.
Funyuns.
Mm.
It's a
Flat
wavy
Funyun.
Funyun.
Well, did you guys have fun at the war?
Yeah, what was your favorite part, Dave?
Not being fucking busy and actually able to have some fun.
Yeah,
Ooh, that's nice.
we were able to relax. First couple days were
Somebody
nice.
had some tequila.
We got to spend some time with Carla. It was nice.
Yeah.
And I had a Bloody Mary for the first time ever.
What?
What?
tomato
That was the
drink?
that Bloody Mary I made was the first one you ever had.
Bloody Mary I've ever
How'd you
had.
like it?
It was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like drinking breakfast.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like the ones that I want to make one with like bacon and like sausage and like
I thought it was basically tomato soup in a cup.
Yeah.
With vodka.
girl, where you been?
She's not a drinker. She wouldn't know.
Oh, she wouldn't know.
I've seen the recipe for it. It's like usually like,
We'll make you one.
tomato juice or something.
I
don't know
I
about
did learn that
I don't
those
think I've ever had
spritzers
one either,
Uh-huh.
give me a
but
headache
I
every
have
time.
had, like,
I woke up with a headache
a beer with
every
vodka.
time I had one of
spritzers.
those.
Like
Actually, I don't like
the berry
Clamato.
ones.
Oh,
that I
the
had.
self.
No,
Yeah,
just
like
Clamato.
Clamato.
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I woke up with a headache
Yeah.
every time I
Yeah.
had
Say,
one
they
of
put the
those.
That's
tomato juice
close.
and then they put that celery in the
So no
top.
more of those for you.
Mhm.
So Trulies.
No
Trulies do not agree with you.
What are those?
Like,
They're seltzers.
Oh, seltzers.
I woke up with a headache. every time I
It
had
could be
one.
the alcohol sugar in it because they don't use real sugar. They use alcohol sugar.
Oh,
okay.
that might be why.
They know. I
I
know.
wonder, is it?
I use
Oh, I
100%
didn't even
rubbing
think to see
alcohol
if
in
it
all my
had
drinks.
aspartame.
It probably-
first move is going to be, well, obviously my name didn't scare enough people, so I'm going
Yeah,
to
you
remedy
slack it,
that.
So whatever you've
Try.
done, you've slackened off a little bit. You gotta.
Covered in
Put
blood,
the-
we approached the shopkeeper. So about those other things you're selling.
If he's even there.
I still needed that Craig's whiskey.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm still remembering that nice, oh,
At least
feel
nobody
free,
threw
give
any
the
boulder
poor,
at the,
be
whiskey
good.
stand.
No boulders at the whiskey stand. We're up one.
As long as we didn't light the whiskey stand on fire.
We should be good.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, close. Very
So,
good.
like,
Yes.
So, welcome back,
We
everybody.
begin.
Yay, we're back.
Happy Monday, and
Monday.
little announcement. Today is our last day in the old studio. Next Monday, we'll be in Studio 2.0.
Dun, dun.
We will be proudly displaying our D12. Yes, the new studio is almost done. We officially move on Saturday. And our new game, our Tuesday game, have I even given the campaign a name yet?
No. We're just
We have session 0 tomorrow.
Yeah. So I will have
What
to
time?
post the name. Anytime after 6:30. Just roll in at 6:30 is fine. So our Monday night and Tuesday night games will be the last from Studio 1.0. And then starting next week, Studio 2.0. Can't wait. Gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be so much more room.
Twice the table, 3 times the room,
Twice the book.
8 times the murder hovism.
it'll be like goldfish. We'll slowly increase our size to where it's too small again.
At first I was like, how does goldfish equal murder hobos?
Well,
Have you seen the sewers? Full of dead goldfish.
oh yeah. Oh. It's everybody's gateway drug. Kill their goldfish.
Kill the goldfish.
Then it's the hamster. No, the hamster gets left into the public pond.
I mean,
We've
as
got
long as
tons
you
of
don't try and flush a German Shepherd down your toilet, you're probably fine.
Oh my God, Studio 2.0. 6 months in the making. Next week. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Oh, see, now that you're done using it on your head, Rachel, you can drink it.
As long as it's pure, it's fine.
It's gray water.
Just gotta ask, is that
Is that made out of
vodka
Jerry?
ice? I mean,
water,
I won't
gray
judge.
water.
Oh.
It's party on Saturday.
Oh.
See, in here I was thinking gray water. It's
All
made out
right.
of Jerry.
I saw the
Well,
Dungeons
you
and
say
Dragons
gray water
movie.
and I switched.
Pretty good.
It's pretty damn good.
It's pretty good.
I was really skeptical, but
It's
I went
pretty
in, I
good.
saw it, and I enjoyed it. I had fun watching it. I mean, it's 7 out of 10 maybe, but
Rachel saw it 6 times.
I'm so jealous
Wow.
of that. I'm literally had
I
my brother's
saw
graduation
Jerry.
this weekend. I had an
Look
amazing
at
weekend.
his face went from like his face went from Gen X appreciation to boomer hate. Like in Rachel saw it 6 times, went right into boomer hate.
That's how we
More
got
power
the,
to you.
That's how we got the DVD.
It only took me 2 times watching it to see the whole movie.
Fucking you fell asleep.
Oh yeah, those chairs are too comfortable.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you like
The one thing I loved about it though,
And he had a beer.
one thing I loved, a
Well,
couple
that'll
things
put
I
you to
loved
sleep
about
right
it,
away.
but I thought was interesting was how poorly the Dragonborn were done because they decided to go with the live action.
Mhm.
But it was funny that her fighter character, what's her name, Rodriguez,
Yeah,
she had armpit hair.
yeah,
That was cool.
yeah.
It really lended to the to the
I
vibe.
didn't really
of it.
notice actually.
You didn't
Yeah.
notice
I didn't notice
Yeah.
it. I'm gonna have to watch it again. No wonder I have to
I
watch it
didn't
6
notice
times.
I didn't notice it until after he said something.
Yeah, it was great. Well, I mean, there were so many scenes where her size between her and what's his name, Bradley Cooper, because he was a halfling.
That
So
was
when he-
hilarious.
So when she would lean
my
in,
God.
Oh my
and
God.
they would do those.
It took me a second to
comparisons,
realize
you could
that was
see
him.
just
I was like,
sprouts of hair coming out.
Bradley Cooper is a hobbit. So
Well, I mean,
charisma
he's-
18
No,
hobbit.
3 Miles. She's a fighter. She never raged.
He's used
She was
to,
not a barbarian.
being Rocket, so he's used to being a small character.
I liked figuring out what spells they were casting. That was the coolest part. They're like,
Pretty cool.
oh, Yeah, like when they start sinking into the stone.
Oh, I love the owl bear though.
The owl
that was
bear.
pretty cool.
Now this is gonna lead to this.
All right, so
want a druid and he's
gonna turn into an
owl bear.
no, Tuesday tomorrow. I'm gonna have an owl bear
I
as
saw-
a familiar.
I saw those commercials.
What?
On that bus.
Tomorrow, I'm gonna have an owl bear as a familiar.
Don't look at me. Did you see that? He looked right at me. Did you see that, babe?
I did.
And
See
he's
how
gonna
that
have a
went?
saddlebag of holding, right?
Yes,
Right,
it's
right,
saddlebag
Jason?
holding.
Right, Jason?
Not only
It's
that,
not
but
April
it's
Fools
also-
anymore, babe. You can't do this
It's
shit
also
to
gonna
him.
have a helmet that makes it talk.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna have a pet too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pet.
It's named Fleabag. It's a
It's
dog.
always named Fleabag.
It's a
It's
dog.
a mangy cur of a dog.
It's a
that-
manging dog with actually mange. It's got every dog disease known to man, and he's got 1 hit point.
Parvo and
Duct tape holding it together.
No, the potato was not Rage. Because Rage isn't ranged.
Mm.
The 3 miles is like, the potato though, right? I'm like,
I mean, honestly,
Tails
I thought she was
improvised,
barbarian
but-
too, but you're right. She didn't.
she
rage.
never raged.
Unless she
Is
was
it in
playing a
the
character who
territory?
didn't know how to use
No,
her
it's in the-
ability.
No, I have her character
Find out.
sheet because they published it in D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay.
So I know what her character was. I know what all their characters were.
Okay, Bill's all happy. Yay.
You
He'll be here
reminded
tomorrow.
him about
Yeah.
tomorrow?
He's gonna meet me at my house and
Okay,
we'll
your
drive out.
carpool?
Yeah.
Good idea. What are you
Oh,
bringing for the
I'll remind-
inaugural?
I'll remind
Zero session.
Matt.
Yeah, remind Matt because he's Discord challenged as well.
Yeah.
I sent the address to Midfuggin, so he knows.
Cool.
I will come in full armor. No, I'm just kidding. That would be uncomfortable.
That would be very-
Um,
maybe not in the new room, but in this room it would be.
yeah.
Full armor. I believe in protection, but not that kind.
It works the same way. Couldn't get it out to use it anyway.
Which are we
Rachel
still
gave
talking
me a
about
copy
weapons?
for my birthday gift.
Yeah,
Is
The
that
one
a-
weapon that
a
rules them
giant
all?
Crossbow?
It's a crossbow.
and in your underwear binds it.
I love it. I love it.
Boy, you must have had an extra long nap today.
Oh God, yeah.
I can
No,
tell.
I had a good day today. What's that?
It's a crossbow. It's her birthday gift.
Oh, the official Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves.
The merch.
The merch, baby.
The merch.
Thimberchod? What the hell is
No, it's a chonker. That's not the only thing. There was this too.
There was
And-
that too. Oh, I'm aware.
They have not paid me for this endorsement, but it is obviously.
Well, you know, they are owned by a toy company. So it
Yeah.
kind of makes sense.
Hasbro.
I think it should have like Pine's face on it.
You know what I thought would be really epic though is that.
Oh my God, when his
If you
illusion
turn it
fails.
Illusion, yeah, starts screwing up, and he's all, and they're like, "Hey," and they
If
touch
you,
it.
if you turn this part into like a lighter.
Oh yeah,
That's so cool.
You could
That
modify
was
it.
so funny.
that was.
I'm sure you know people who could do it for you.
I mean, you know,
It was entertaining. It was the first clandestine D&D referenced movie that was entertaining.
yeah.
And I
No, I
love-
mean, yeah. It was no that. What do you mean clandestine?
Like it
It was overtly D&D.
overtly.
That was
yeah,
good.
That was good.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Now
like,
there's
there
others.
was-
There's other ones that
There's
go.
been Aragon.
Yeah.
There's been the first D&D movie. There's been, you know, the
Lord
Dragonlance series and animation that wasn't very good.
I can't believe that they're the
hate
worst
this so
series ever. They're going to bring back Dragonlance.
Oh.
Oh, that's a good
Oh, I
series.
hated Dragonlance. That's when
Tell us how you
D&D
really feel, Boomer.
That's when D&D was like, oh, everybody's happy and friends, and we're gonna go and save the world. It used to
Nothing
be.
wrong with saving the
It
world.
used to be just slogging it out in a dungeon. Your friends are dying around you. You don't even care. You're a murder hobo. All you want is
says
experience points
Sephora,
and
who
gold.
used deception
Roll the dice.
and
Roll the
Yeah.
dice.
to
Roll
avoid
the
a
dice.
fight.
Yeah. Wizards, D4 hit points. Oh, you rolled a 1? You got 1 hit point.
Was that your con is a negative one? Yeah, you
Hiding
got
behind
zero.
the
You can
fighters.
start
Can
with
I
0
hide
hit
behind the
points.
fighters?
If you start with 0 hit points, what does happen?
You don't
You
die.
die.
Boneless chicken farm.
In original D&D,
What?
when you got to 0 hit points, you were
Flopping
dead.
around.
Dead, dead.
You grow up on a boneless
dead.
chicken farm.
No,
That's
no
pretty funny.
death saves. No.
It's like I was
Negative
born
10 hit
dead.
points. They went from that, then they went to the negative 10 hit points, then you're dead. So 10
Oh, I
rounds.
remember negative hit points.
Yeah, the
that's
negative 10
funny.
hit points, you're dead. Then they went to this thing where you get to your death saves.
Which do you prefer?
When you're 0, you're dead.
I prefer when people show up to game.
I know,
too.
on time. Yeah, I'm the worst. Bill will keep me on time.
So, yeah, he will actually. He won't,
Yeah, it's a
he
good
won't
thing.
fuck around with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, where we last left off, the team had successfully rescued Willa from her own naivete as she wandered down the touristy streets of the Backcut gang. She was taken prisoner. Not even an opportunity for a hostage because no one came to collect her. So, because no one came to collect her, they assumed that it was time to get rid of her. So, they partnered up with the Tiefling, brought her in to possibly possibly see if Traya was interested in purchasing her, which she was until Sephora showed up with the rest of the crew. Sephora managed to deceive her way into the interior as a member of the Golden Ravens, and then proceeded to convince everybody that Willa belonged to the Golden Ravens. This allowed them to get out of there in somewhat of a hurry. However, they were followed back to the Stone Grove without them knowing. They were then followed over to the underground warrens where they did some shopping. Once they were there shopping, a very angry crew covered in bug bites and looking all the manifestations of wear and tear of being infested with particular, whether it be scratches from spritelings or massive infestations of bugs. And they pointed across the space, saw you, you saw them. And a battle ensued in the Underwarrens. And in the Underwarrens, it's interesting. It's not exactly a legal place, but it's tolerated. So with that, the battle ensued. You guys managed to convince the ogre to run home while defeating the rest of the party. And now you guys are standing amongst the wreckage of your doings. There are bodies littered everywhere. The onlooking crowd is both impressed and slowly leaving the area, realizing the guard of the Warrens may be arriving at any moment.
Cool. Can I turn into a tree on top of the magic user?
Yeah.
Takes you 4 hours
It's only been
don't
18
wanna
seconds,
live there.
so can we?
But I'm just a
You
tree
don't
at
want to
that
stay
point.
there. Yeah.
in an underground sewer.
Yeah.
Never
Weird
know.
how that what happens.
Just pick him up and carry his body.
So what are you guys doing?
How close is that Craig's whiskey
She still wants
We're
her.
still on to the Crags whiskey.
vendor?
I mean, looking around, I mean, quite a few of the vendors are now packing up. Like they're packing up from this area.
Mhm.
And I would say all the ones that you've talked to are in the process of packing up right now.
She's still there.
He's still there.
How much did he say the Craig's whiskey was?
It had more to do with the bottle than just the whiskey, correct?
Yeah.
I have the
Oh, we
bottle
got the
already.
bottle.
Right.
Have a bottle.
The whiskey, I mean, the whiskey's only 100 gold. Because once you use it in the bottle,
Right.
it
Right.
replenishes itself.
So I'm gonna go over there and say, "Hey, you still got that bottle of whiskey? Craig's whiskey?"
You're not going to kill me, are you?
No,
Oh, just checking, because you just killed everybody that just rolled in.
they attacked us.
Okay, you want a bottle? He pulls one out and kind of wraps it in a linen cloth, hands it to you. 100 gold. Okay.
Was this the only magic user?
No.
Well, there were two that were using magic that you could recall. There was the leader, who you're currently by.
Mhm.
I would say, I mean, there's littered bodies everywhere. I mean, there are 10 kind of thuggish looking individuals. One that looks like maybe he grasped magic pretty decently. And then there's the leader over by the entry point. There are distant screams as a confused ogre is making its way back up towards the street top. And you eventually
Gotta go
just
back.
hear, "Get on my way, I'm supposed to go home." And you just hear heavy footsteps and then eventually a thud sound like somebody leaving down the sewer tunnel.
Um,
We need to go.
I'm gonna go out to the main leader that tried to get away. That got shot
Okay.
and killed.
So that's where you and Willa are.
I'm
Okay.
collecting magic user bodies.
Okay, I'll say you grab the two. You grab the one first,
Mhm.
and as Zephora makes her way over to that one,
Mhm.
you bring that one over. So you two are standing over the two casters
Okay.
from what you can remember of the fight.
Okay.
You went and collected your whiskey. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna go over to our two lovely captives.
Oh, that's right. Two of them did
Two of them
surrender.
surrendered.
That's right. You do have two captives currently. And I'll say that Marrow's got them under control.
Yeah.
And you two are working with them currently.
And I'm basically say, okay, so which one of you wants to walk out of here with just a scar, and which one's staying behind?
Give me an intimidation roll as you do that.
Oh, I
With
like that.
advantage,
I wish I
because
could
Morrow
see
is
this.
keeping them contained.
Can
I'm
I
gonna
get her
roll that
advantage
mage.
by
You're not by her.
But I'm collecting dead bodies.
Yeah, but you're not over there.
I'm gonna roll
Natural
roll that
20.
mage and see what I can find.
Oh, give me investigation.
She got
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Of course. Let me look at my character sheet real quick.
One of them passes out with fear, and the one that's still not passed out points at the one that's passed out. It's all his fault. It's all his fault.
There's one girl, one guy.
No, I think it's two guys.
Investigation.
So,
I got a whopping 4.
Okay.
since
Why?
you're still
Okay.
alive for now,
Yeah. And he keeps just like staring at Morrow and at you, staring at Morrow, then at you.
so you realize you
No, then
do realize
then my
who I am
dice
now.
will say I betrayed it, and it'll never roll good. Just keep getting warmed up.
Sure. Yeah, I do.
Should just slip up the sevens.
And you realize you're walking out here with a scar, right?
Sure.
If you want to walk out. So
Okay.
you better tell me everything that you know about your boss.
He's right over there.
Not
He's
the
dead.
dead one.
That's my boss.
Where'd you come from?
Well, my understanding is when a man and a woman get together.
Not you.
Oh,
You were gonna make this a really nice little scar on you.
You should just start digging it into it.
at one point, the guy leans towards you, Marrow. Who is she really? Who is she really?
He doesn't know who I am.
I don't have a clue.
You don't remember her yelling her name out in the middle of the battle?
Oh, I thought she was casting a spell or something. I don't. What's her name? Scorbit? Scorbit. Yeah, Scorbit the killer. Yeah, I remember now. Scorbit.
Scarlet.
That works too. That sounds great.
Oh, obviously you do not know my name.
Well, I mean, it's a big city.
Oh.
There's a lot of people here. I mean,
You've never heard of the Scarlet Strikes?
I've heard of the. I've
Yeah.
no, sorry. I've only been in the city for 6 months.
How would you like to do this?
Then you're no use to me. Slice.
Okay, we do have people around, guys.
I have a reputation to maintain.
Can we take them
Anything you're doing, Belle?
Checking for dead bodies.
Oh, there's plenty.
Oh no! Oh, I'll find some good.
Actually, though, I did see one of the miniatures you made.
Guys, we gotta get out of here.
Like,
So we'll have
Carriers
Meryl
in
pick
cases.
this guy up and we'll take him back
over there, see
to
if they got any like before they pack
Somewhere
up.
else.
the unconscious guy or the
the unconscious guy.
Give me investigation.
Okay, since I don't, do I find anything on his body?
I mean, all you find is his empty healing potion that he took in the middle of the fight.
I have 1 hit point. I'm just trying to get a little bit out. Please.
Should I see her doing that?
Oh, I'm totally jacked. I'm so jacked.
No, but do I see her doing that with it?
Yes.
I mean, it's
I
up to
got it.
her. I mean,
I give you a good berry.
Yeah, I'm all.
I'll walk by
really,
and I'll touch her back and I'll touch
I mean, other than you find his spell book,
All right, I'll take that.
you find his spell component pouch,
Okay.
you find 12 gold and 5 silver, and you find a set of keys.
Spell book. Spell
Is that the main guy?
That was one that led them down here, yes.
components. And
And the one that
keys.
was ultimately responsible for maintaining the captivity of Willa.
And I will cut. Is it a he or
Mhm.
she?
See,
I will cut his head off.
that'll take
take
some time if you
His
want to.
head.
Give me a medicine check.
Okay.
As you pick him up by his hair, and you're looking at his neck.
Is this gonna be my new Deadpool?
17.
Just to talk to it.
17.
Take about 20 minutes to do
20 minutes to cut a head off?
it. Yeah.
He does
To
have
the
an
tendons.
axe.
I mean, yeah, you could go get Morrow's axe.
I mean, I got a short sword.
I'm right there. I could assist with this.
Any bodies around me?
All right, I'm running then.
I'm literally taking both the bodies, anyways.
Are you going to take both of them? Okay.
Any bodies around me?
We're going to be running around the street with
I
dead
mean,
bodies, right?
there's an extra one now because Scarlet was pissed off that she's not recognized. Which about 12 individuals saw her take a head off. They then watched a tree person gather up 2 of the corpses, and she's now kind of like leaving the interior chamber with 2 of the corpses.
I'm going to hold them on my back like I'm piggybacking them.
Well, I do not eat them.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, there's at least 6 other broken and destroyed forms around you in the area. If you want to take the time to search them.
Let's beat the...
Yeah.
I don't feel like spending a night in jail.
Dirty 20.
But you don't get a night.
Unfortunately, the shops in this immediate area have
Yeah.
finished closing up at this point. They don't seem to be all that interested in hanging around for some reason.
Which probably means we.
I
we wanna
mean,
go.
I was gonna say.
I mean, your best bet would probably to find a tack and harness place
I roll.
to maybe have them made, but you don't see anything that looks.
Oh my
Does
damn
Culpable.
investigation work for any of the dead bodies?
Pre-roll
I'm
my
sure we
damage
could
to
say
hit
that
them.
you wandered the area. You did find discarded on the ground. Maybe it fell off one of the corpses while it was being dragged away. You did find a wand.
Oh.
It's got a little smattering of blood on it. So one of them were wielding it. Might have been the one that was casting kind of, yeah, there was one that was casting kind of strangely. So it might have been him.
I'm gonna.
It is kind of in a corkscrew shape with an elongated kind of like cedarwood, kind of like core with a kind of like a strange kind of copper finish wrapped around it. You seem to remember it. It could be a wand of magic missiles because you remember them casting it that way. Whether or not it still has charges on it, you're not sure. 8 gold and 5 silver as well.
I forgot what you said. 11 gold pieces. Or something.
I thought it was 12 gold pieces.
12 gold, 8 silver for you.
I would like to.
Well, real
One on my way
moneymaker,
out.
this venture. These guys
Is there
are.
one that looks like more
rolling.
well dressed, affluent? You know,
Probably
The leader.
The
I've
leader.
already got them.
but not that one. Any of the others.
No, they're all wearing simple leather or studded leather. What is that noise?
Something creepy.
Use it.
The music?
No.
No, it's
The
like,
popping? I think it's the speaker popping.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
it's your speaker making that sound.
I don't hear anything.
It's intermittent.
There it is.
Maybe it's down.
That's weird.
Hey,
It's not that.
Now that we want
don't collapse everything
to
on us.
figure it out.
We don't want to die before we get to the new gaming room.
I know,
If it
right?
collapsed on me, I'd deserve it. I wouldn't know why, but it would. I don't always know.
Weird.
Huh.
Don't know what was doing that. Like a weird feedback or something. Oh, you know, it might be because I've got that on the board. Sometimes it'll feedback through that. All right. So takes about 5 to 10 minutes to kind of like gather things up, make last minute purchases, and watching the crowd kind of like slowly diminish into the background of the other parts of the underground warren as you guys begin to vacate the area and into
Mara.
the sewers.
Can you chop that head off for me?
I'm
She's
already
got the
carrying.
whole body.
Okay,
Yeah,
later then.
Yeah, Willow just decided to
Oh,
carry out
she's
the
carrying-
whole body.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm carrying the piggyback stuff.
How long do I have enough
Maybe
time
disguise them with
to
some branches or
search
something. I
any
don't
of the
know.
other bodies?
Sure.
We don't
you
want to
can
be
give it one
seen
quick
walking
go.
down the street with 2 dead bodies.
Hold up.
Just,
like I think we're both on
tie
the same.
some vines around them and then hang them up in your tree.
You want to give her a help action, or
I'm
you
sure
gonna do
that
it
would be
yourself?
less.
You really need to do
conspicuous
something.
than potentially
All right.
She's
injured
on
people
one
being
side,
carried.
the other side.
21.
21. Okay.
You need to do something, dear. You can't just be walking down the
It's
street with two
investigation,
dead
right?
bodies hanging
Yeah.
off your benches.
Just tell everybody that they're not dead.
No. That won't work.
You just put some
They're
sunglasses
just
on
sleeping
them.
with sun covering them.
It's never done that before.
Someone with
No, the
loose
other
lips is
one
going
was
to tell
two.
people what happened, and you're going to be looking for a huge tree.
Okay. 18 plus.
I wouldn't
That is really
get back to our
annoying.
house as soon as
Isn't that
possible.
weird?
It is weird. And it's just so intermittently.
But it's the speaker, and the speaker's never done that before. That was an expensive speaker.
Maybe it has something to do with the interference.
Might just
with
be the wire or something.
There's no wire. It's Wi-Fi.
It must be the Wi-Fi wire, invisible.
The invisible
Come
Wi-Fi
on.
wire.
Yeah, come on,
The
Jason. You
Jason,
above
who are you
anybody
talking
should
to?
know how things work.
the room is protesting about being left behind.
I know, right?
the
Ghost of the machine.
No, Callista's going to put all her shit in me.
See if it's
No.
the recording.
No, I don't think so.
Especially the speaker.
Yeah.
Another dirty 20.
I'm going to become another storage room. No.
Yeah, I know,
She got
right?
another dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 21.
So between the two of you, you collect 3 short swords, 42 gold, 36 silver, and a random assortment of kind of like really cheap jewelry. Just like a cross between costume jewelry and like
Biker jewelry.
yeah, like biker jewelry.
Kind of like what I'm wearing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, louder.
Biker gang jewelry.
What'd you say? 32 silver? 30,
42 gold, 36 silver,
Yeah.
36.
3 short swords.
I'm going to write in my inventory 2 dead bodies of wizards.
I'm just gonna, please, don't eat them. Not yet. So it's still, yeah, every time you turn the music on. So it's the
That
speaker.
makes me angry. That was a very expensive Bluetooth speaker.
Did it get rained on?
Pop
I know
the
that's
cover
a big
off. Maybe it's just
question
got something in
because
the
you have all
cover.
Things, but no.
It's not doing it when you picked it up.
But it's intermittent though. Put it back upright.
No dance around.
Weird. Maybe one of the covers was touching one of the speaker. Like sometimes the covers could touch the speaker internals a bit. It's always something, man. Always a technical gremlin.
You know they
somewhere.
make those things that they break so that you have to buy new ones.
That they better not have.
Oh yeah,
I think one cheap.
everything is a built-in expiration date.
Mm,
I think they have a button somewhere.
Even we do.
Click on. No one breaks
I
at
hate
the same
all of
time.
you.
Yeah.
We love you.
So, I mean, it was an apple.
Yeah.
Right. So, Bella, split the gold.
Oh, I thought we each found that.
No, collectively, I said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we never kill any big wigs that have big money. Yeah, I got 5 copper pieces on him. He almost died, but
So you guys are back in the sewer tunnel that will either lead back above the street level or back into the warrens that you just came out of. And already you can hear gruff voices barking out orders down below where you just came out of the warrens.
oh, we're getting out.
So we have to go further into the warrens and try and navigate our way out, basically. We can't go back the way we came.
No, they're coming from. We're going toward the entrance.
You've
and we're here
left.
behind,
The warrens.
Okay.
and we're going back to the entrance that we came in.
That's what I was saying. They're not coming down the entrance, right?
I got worse. No, they're back in the warrens. So the guard that supervises the warrens has, hey, Guild Superior, thanks for the resubscribe. So I mean, at this point, you guys have disrupted the entire underground market. At this point,
Really?
We didn't do it.
they don't care. They don't view it that way.
Well, we don't know that because we haven't talked to them.
Exactly. So it's like the guards are now. You can hear them barking orders, fanning out, doing their thing, as you guys just kind of linger in the sewage tunnel.
Time to go.
Willow's got 2 bodies,
Time to go.
piggybacking on her back.
There's a third body too. It's mine.
I have the unconscious.
Are you
guy.
carrying a third body?
No,
No,
I
I'm
was saying
carrying the
he's carrying the
unconscious.
unconscious one.
Oh, okay.
The one
You're
that
bringing the
came.
unconscious guy. Okay, that's fair enough.
No, we haven't killed him. We killed the other one.
What's this we? You got a mouse in your pocket?
Oh, yeah. She has a mouse poke in her pocket.
Does she?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I was just curious. Maybe.
You got Tobias? What?
Yes.
All right, let's get going before they block the entrance.
I want to go chase the other.
16.
Someone magically pulled the alarm and it's like.
By the way, it is evening.
Perfect. You can hide in the shadows.
Wait, did you get? Yeah, because you guys went. You guys woke up
You
the
have
next
to go.
morning.
It's-
No,
night.
you-
It's a
you-
night
you
market.
can't- it's- the
Yeah, and then
market's
you
only
did
open
some
at night.
activity, and then you went in the evening. So yeah, it's very much. It's actually kind of late in the evening at this point.
Yeah.
Which works for our benefit.
So you guys emerge from the Warrens, back up in the quad roads. What do you want to do?
I want to go chase the other.
It's back to our. I think we should find that like
Back to
We're gonna go
Stone
chase.
Ours?
We
Yeah.
want to
Go
go
down
to
to
actually
the
chase
backpack.
down the org. The org.
ogre.
Why?
The ogre?
Mm-hmm.
We're really injured.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like bleeding out every orifice.
I've got
Yeah.
20 hit points. And that's only because
Oh,
I got
did you
healed.
say you gave me a healing?
Yeah, cure
Yeah,
wounds.
Of how much?
You really need more friends.
6 plus 8,
14.
14
14.
plus 4 times 2.
30,
I can't believe this
36,
Bluetooth is
37. I got
So
37
14
hit
plus
points.
8,
Okay.
is 22.
22. So take 22.
All right. I got 23 hit points.
If you hug it, maybe it'll forgive. It'll just be nice.
No, he wants to sit near him so he can kick it. When it starts doing it again.
Put it on its charger.
Oh, that might help.
I
See
wonder
what's
if it's
going on with
doing
it.
because it's.
It's weird. It's got, yeah.
It's still popping.
I'm actually hearing
It sounds
it
like
now.
a short or something almost.
Could be.
Does that cover that covers the speakers pop off? Like old fashioned speakers?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's something
It's got a
electronic. dude.
yeah, it's got a short in it. That's unfortunate.
Does it mean if you plug it in like that, it'll cause a short through your wires?
No, no. That is really a bummer. That is really a bummer. I can't believe that.
Maybe you can take it to a tech guide. Maybe you can fix it.
I didn't pay that much for it.
I just someone that you know who likes to mess with things.
You just
Either
said
they
you paid a
fix it
bunch
or
of
it
money
breaks,
for it.
you know?
Can't believe this thing's on dying on me, man. That ain't cool.
We can't have that subpar stuff in our new studio. You're gonna have to really spend some money on the
Thank you
next
for
one.
that.
You're welcome. He's gonna start charging us. Hey, we need speaker money.
Your hands are hot as fuck.
That's an image. Thanks. Sorry, I have a very vivid imagination. It's why I like Dungeons and Dragons so much. That's why I'm so literal as well.
So you guys are back up at the quad roads at night. What are you doing?
Ron.
I'm pretty sure we're
Yeah,
heading
I
back.
slink off.
Heading off to Stone Grove.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll meet you
following
guys
them.
back at Stone Grove. We should probably split up.
Okay.
Okay.
You need to you need to try to do your best to like get there as fast as you can and not be seen.
I go through a tree and I get back home. I'm
Okay,
gone.
there we go.
I'm
Okay.
Unfortunately, the
Yeah,
dead
so-
bodies do not go with you
Why not?
because they're not willing.
They're not
Wait, they're
willing.
dead.
bodies.
There's no
Doesn't
willing.
matter.
If
They're
they
not
were
technically
like,
objects yet.
alive.
They're not objects yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
What was that? Didn't we stab him good enough? Try it again.
How
No.
dead does something have to be before it becomes an
I
object?
don't know. All I know is they don't travel with you.
Oh.
So you can either leave them at the tree or go another way.
Guess I have to go the hard way.
All right. Carrying dead bodies through the streets. That's super easy.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, you guys are splitting up. Who's going which way?
Have you ever seen that movie
Going the
where
opposite
they
way
have
of
the
her.
sunglasses on the dead bodies?
Bella,
Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, weekend at Bernie it. Just walk like they're drunk.
hearing abilities. Hearing abilities.
Yeah.
Put a branch up their ass and use them like puppets.
That's
That's a really good one, Willa.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. You know I have no sacred. There's no sacredness for dead bodies.
I do that. You
Okay.
can make it look like they're walking.
Have my little sprites walk them
I
around.
always felt these guys had it sticks up their asses, but now they literally will.
So Bella, Scarlet, and Maro go one way. Willa.
No, we're taking Willow with us because I'm too scared to leave her alone.
Okay, so Willa's going with you as well. So I mean, Sephora and Jade
Okay.
going a different way, or
What I'll do is I'll scout ahead. How about somebody scouts behind? Or
I'll scout behind.
okay, you keep our backs cleared. I'll let anybody know. I'll go up quite a way so I can warn them and get back and warn them if something's going on.
Can you move
I'm gonna try and take my cloak and I'm gonna cover the dead bodies on Willa.
I'll message you guys if I see anything. Just
Jason.
Yep. I mean, give me a deception check to see how well you do it. See if it's gonna work.
Can we? What if we like grow? Willa, can you like grow like leaves around the bodies?
Yeah,
Just put them up in
13.
your tree form.
It could become bigger, but it'd be less stealthy.
It'd be
What'd you
hard
get?
to see the
13.
bodies in the tree
13.
form.
I mean, the way she's
Well, let's
carrying the
try that.
bodies, you just
You're
kind
not-
of you just like take an old cloak and put them over it, or
your feet hanging out.
I'm carrying them like a drunk friend. There's,
so are you carrying them like this?
no, like okay, so like they're on my back. It's like I'm giving them a piggyback ride.
But you only have one back.
I have 4 arms.
Right, but piggyback isn't on your arm, that's on your shoulders and like over.
I can be like one on
Are you
each.
firemen carrying them, is what you mean?
Why not?
Leave them. Willa, just leave them.
Wow.
You guys got your
Leave-
things. This is what I want.
Leave them.
Nope.
It's not worth it.
6.
Just 6.
Like a
a
group kind of passes by you guys, like
Yeah.
they're watching Willa juggle the dead bodies.
I'm out. I'm out. I'm not gonna be around her when
Jay
shit goes
tried to
down.
cover them, and they're just like
Oh my god.
they just keep walking. They don't even bother to stop.
I wouldn't. It's like I need to go to that show. I don't have time for this.
Can we gotta leave these things or we're gonna get-
make my buddy that's unconscious kind of look like he's passed out. I'm just
Kill the
helping him
freaking-
back from
So a
the-
little
Where
weekend
is
at Bernie's.
I just get ready for the guards to
Do a
come.
little weekend at Bernie's.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. So as a group,
Oh,
you guys are meandering back. As you go a little forward, just to kind of clear the path, give me a perception check as you go a little bit forward.
Come on, baby. Perception.
All of us or just him?
16.
Just Sephora.
16.
Okay. So taking the lead, most of the people out right now are nighttime folk that are either on their way to a tavern or on their way to a get together. Some look a little more shady than others. This part of the quad roads, on occasion, you get a random patrol that
Is
will
it
come
well
through.
lit?
This route you're taking is not, which is why you picked
Okay.
it.
If there's any lights, what do they light? Do they have oil lamps they light every night or something?
Other than the occasional kind of like torch sconce in front of some of the buildings,
Uh-huh.
some are either unlit or lit, kind of like streetway gas lights.
Okay.
Some are out, and this is you've kind of taken a kind of rough part of the neighborhood
Okay.
to kind of avoid patrols.
Right.
Are we closer to the back cut? To their base?
You're in between. You could either head over to the Stone Grove
So
and
it's not the same.
go home, or you can head over to the back cut neighborhood and deal with that. You can go either way. I would say this on your way during this route with that
Mhm.
perception check. You pass by a wagon that looks like it's been severely damaged, like something ran into it,
Like an ogre.
possibly.
Mm-hmm.
So
And Sephora kind of points at it as she's guiding you guys through the streets back towards kind of like a mid portion of the quad roads.
how far is it to the Stone Grove, and how far is it to Burt Reynolds' house? Because maybe we could like
Burt Renaud.
for the
Yes,
night.
Burt Renaud.
Sally filed, and his wife Sally
I was
filed.
thinking if we
You don't
need
have to
to.
crash there, but we can drop the bodies off.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can stash them. Obviously, that's a good idea.
I want to. Well, okay. So
Well, we don't want to bring them back to the Stone Grove.
I'm good.
Well, the unconscious one we do.
I'm going
do we want to
She's
bring?
gonna eat the bodies.
Which way are we going? I'll use my message to communicate with
How
them.
close are we to Burt Renaud's place?
It's about halfway to the Backcut neighborhood, so maybe about 20 minutes.
And
I
the
mean,
Stone
it's
Grove
easy
is
enough to get
40
to because
minutes?
the Stone Grove would be another 30 to 40 minutes to get back to the Stone Grove, especially taking the kind of like alleyways
Yeah.
and the back ways to kind of avoid
Let's stash
people
I'm
gawking.
sending a message back to Sephora. Let's stash the bodies.
She's
and-
only about 40 feet in front of you, just kind of making sure they're.
Let's
Say it out
stash the
loud.
bodies. Okay.
You gonna go get the corpses, baby?
Let's stash the body at Burt Renaud's place.
Okay. So I'll make my way over
It's
there.
only about 20 minutes away.
So I'll start heading that way and finding a good route to get there.
Okay.
Hopefully that's the same.
Give me perception check as you begin to. Give me survival. Sorry, give me survival.
Okay,
I'm
just
keeping
use
an
that for
eye
my
out, too.
survival.
You
My
can give me
survival is
perception.
9, big whopping 9.
Okay.
A shitty fucking 9.
I mean, you're using shitty alleyways. It's
Yeah.
gonna take a little bit longer than you thought, but you're
Yeah.
gradually making your way to Burt Renaud's.
Okay. I'll take that name. I love it because I can pronounce it and spell it. It doesn't have 27 consonants
It's
in it. I'll
spelled
take it.
B-E-R.
Yeah, right.
It's spelled B-E-I-R-R-E-I-T. Burt.
Yeah. I figured that. I guess.
His last name is Renaud.
Don't forget-
R-N-L-D-D-D-D-S.
Yeah.
Burt Renaud's.
Don't
Mhm.
forget the silent 5.
Yeah. The silent 5.
Silent five.
Oh, that one. That's a good one.
That was a good one.
I'm just going to write 5 down. I bet 5.
got
I'm
a
at 5.
16.
16.
Mhm.
I mean,
Get more ice.
looking around. I mean, it's dark.
Ice
It's
on the
night.
back of the neck
You guys are
feels
using
good.
shitty alleyways to make it over to Burt Renaud's.
Not feeling
I mean, so far
good.
nothing.
My
So far
God.
nothing too
Okay, I can
untoward.
get nice.
Okay.
Okay.
5, 10, 15 minutes of walking the alleyways, the streets, going in and out of some of the more kind of like collapsed
Oh, I see. Okay.
houses and some that just
Yeah,
look.
there's no.
You pass through a couple different kind of like slummy like areas.
Mhm.
What's your passive perception, Scarlett?
After this, I have milk bags. I'll put this back in the freezer.
How much do you think this
12.
Oh, I don't care about this table.
12.
12. That probably wouldn't work.
Mine's
That's
13.
good.
Are you trying to break it up?
Here.
I was just gonna use my hands.
Okay,
Willa.
mighty Willa.
I may be fluffy, but there's a lot of
Hopefully, there's no holes in it now.
strength in
Okay.
I
it.
turned it on and off, and now it's not popping anymore.
Oh, cool.
Sometimes electronics just need to be turned off and turned back on.
I feel that way about
Sounds like
people
my
too.
ex.
Now that sounds like every IT guy I've ever met. Did you try turning it off and turning it back on?
I would
Call me
explain.
back.
I heard a really good metaphor for it once, but I'm not going to explain it because it's a little long and lengthy.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Do it at the annual D&D barbecue we have.
we're totally doing that.
Oh,
At the
great.
pool.
Ooh, nice.
Do we have to
What
confess
pool?
as our characters?
I have a pool.
You have a pool?
Yeah, we've had
Very
one.
I
nice
have a
pool.
pool.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
I
a nice
don't
pool.
know.
Yeah.
I
The
haven't seen
saltwater
everything.
pool.
All I know is like you guys have goats and chickens and like
Piggy pigs.
a lot of spiders,
They even
hobos,
have a few
hobo
weeds.
butt loving spiders.
Yes, God, that was awful.
If you guys don't
Oh.
want to host it at your
Oh,
house,
I'm
you
so
can do
sorry
it at
for
our
that.
house.
Horrible.
Why, you have a pool?
Yeah.
It's
Oh.
not as nice as yours though.
What, is it one of those
Is
little
it like a
blow-up
above
pools?
ground pool or like a
Oh.
built-in pool? You have a built-in pool?
It's not a pool
Why
right
have I
now.
never seen
Currently,
this?
it's above.
Where is it at? I've been to your
It's above
property.
the stand.
You didn't follow the cinder block wall.
Keep me shit from me. Oh my god! I go over there, like cell phone dies. Hills have eyes. People come out. I make it there. You go up this little driveway, and then like it's like this rolling thing with like goats and chickens attacking you, and then it's like then what? You go in the back, and it's like a freaking Hollywood pool, and you don't tell me.
Yeah, Hollywood pool on Coke.
No, it's salt.
Like Coke
Is it
or
a salt
crack?
pool?
Yeah.
Is it a saltwater pool?
Yeah.
What the? When did you guys get that?
It came with the
What's
house.
the house?
It was
You showed me a
Garbage.
freaking chicken coop, and you didn't show me your cool ass built-in pool.
I don't have a memory of showing you anything.
I was there.
Were you? I don't remember.
You showed me your chicken coop. You showed me how you're running like water line.
I might have thought you were a chick. I
You
tried
probably
to get-
did. You're probably trying to
yeah.
get my pants and wasn't even noticing what you were saying. I was there. Oh, I was a girl.
You guys stop at a nearby
Okay.
alley, and as you look across, Burt Renaud's house is there, and there's torchlight inside of it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Is he over there
I'll
too?
stay here with the bodies.
No. No. Pristine. Pristine. Need those bodies not eaten. Not yet.
It's like their half
It looks
dissolved.
like
it's like bits of their skin are like starting to
Is-
melt into her bark like
You said
skin.
it looks like torchlight.
Yeah, like flickers of like the one
Bad,
broken
Quilla,
window
bad.
that
I got a
was
couple of faces.
kinda
in my
like
stomach.
partially obscured and pained. I mean, it was already kind of a rundown dwelling to begin with when you guys kind of looked at it and searched it, but now it's just it feels like there's somebody inside. There's a flicker of a torchlight in the interior.
Like stationary, or does it look like
It
it's
looks
moving
like it's
around?
moving. Like it dims and then it like gets a little bit brighter. And now you can hear whispering like, yeah, okay. Like whispering voices inside.
Does it
I'll
sound
stay
like 8
here.
legs?
You guys can go see.
No.
what's up.
Dang.
Definitely doesn't sound like 8 legs. There you go. Live
Where did my son go?
And it doesn't sound like an ogre.
That picture makes it look a lot nicer than it is, though, to be fair.
I've been in the Pulitzer night.
Oh, is that what that does?
I've been in a couple stages. One when it was only.
Oh,
half
sorry.
done, and it was actually
Sorry.
full.
I don't know why it does this.
And the heater doesn't work, so it is pretty cold.
That's
It's really
cool,
only good
man.
in the summer. It's good in the heat. Eventually, when the heater's working, hopefully we'll be
You
able to
got a
swim in the
jacuzzi
winter.
about ready to get installed.
Well, right now it's
There.
being used to grow frogs.
You. This is what you're hiding from me.
No, I would love to have you over.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
come on
No,
over.
we should have a
I
bar. We
just
should have
thought
a
that
D&D
you were
barbecue.
embarrassed of your third nipple, so we just never asked.
No, it's my fourth one. I'm embarrassed about.
Third one's fine.
Yeah, third one's
It's
fine.
the fourth one that's non-symmetrical.
Yeah, it's not. It's like smaller than the other ones and has a face.
What about the 5th and 6th one? I mean, if you're gonna have at least 4, you need to have all 6.
You're basically a nursing dog.
Those ones are low hangers.
I'm just.
It reminds me of the Slurm Queen in
Oh, God.
what was that show? What's Bender and
Oh,
what's his
yeah.
name?
Futurama?
Yeah,
Futurama,
Futurama.
the Slurm Queen. That
Mm.
was so gross.
Every time we were talking about the room, I was going, woo!
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm feeling like Dead Bender when he was a human, and they move him, and his fat folds go. No, he died as soon as we started the party.
That was the only animated series I've ever watched where it actually got better,
Better as
the
it
longer
went
it
along.
stayed on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so weird how it got better the
It
longer it
went
stayed
like
on.
this because it kept changing hands between different.
Yeah, like different
writers.
production companies and
Yeah.
showrunners and stuff. Yeah, it's true. That's
Okay.
good. So you guys are clustered in an alleyway, staring at the dilapidated front yard of Bert's house. Somebody's inside, as far as you can tell, and there may be more than just one.
I'm gonna look in. I'm gonna like
Probably because they're talking.
look to see if I can see where the torch.
I'm gonna turn myself into a tree.
Do not eat the body.
The bodies fall to the
I'm
ground.
putting them up into my brain.
Oh, like they're
Okay.
leaves.
Uh-huh.
So as you guys start plotting what to do, right at the edge of the alleyway, you see a tree, and there's corpses like hanging in the branches of the tree.
Fuck,
they're
we're all
up in
gonna
there.
get-
They're up in there.
Yeah, they're up in the branches of your tree.
Not quite tall enough. Trying to go.
Every now and then, like
Eat it.
coagulated blood.
Why do I see?
You see a little tendril of like root come out, lick it up and pull it back in.
Why do I see like oatmeal being shoved through a slot in a door for the next 10 years?
Give me a
for
stealth check as you creep towards the window.
Okay. Come on, baby. I need some good rolls.
We
So
probably
22.
wanna go
22?
away from here
Mhm.
because it's
So as the rest of you
probably
guys
open.
hunker in the alleyway, you guys watch as Sephora crawls across the open road of the like where the alley and the road meet over to the front of his yard. She creeps up next to the edge of the window and she peers inside. As you peer inside, give me a perception check, Sephora, with advantage because that was a pretty good stealth roll.
I'm gonna send her a
I'm
message
glad I
and
have
say it might be the golden lady.
I wrote 2 4s.
Okay.
So wait,
You like-
perception would be an 11.
Yeah, I mean, you get a. You see 1, 2, 3. There's like 4 small figures, but like the interior of the glass pane is cracked and like grease
Right.
smudged,
Right.
so you can't really see what or who they are. But it looks like there might be 4 figures in there.
I'm gonna cast control flames
Okay.
and extinguish the torch.
Okay. All the torches go out. And there's a moment of like silence, and you just hear this voice. Holy shit, what happened? And then you hear another voice. I don't know what happened. And then a third voice goes, well, just relight your fucking torches. It's not that hard. And now you can hear as they're
Okay.
trying to relight their
Spooky
torches.
voices.
Okay.
I'm all
Is the
crusty.
door
You're a tree
is
right
the door
now.
open, closed, what?
Door's open.
Um
So as Sephora's doing this, Willa turns into a tree with corpses up in the branches. What are the 4 of you doing at this point?
Trying to climb up her damn tree to get one of the corpses out. I don't want her to eat the one wizard. I want to ask him questions later.
She has to get them in her roots, not her branches.
I mean,
And it takes her 4 hours to absorb them.
Oh, okay.
okay.
Well, you have to absorb them during your short rest
Yeah. long
Um,
rest.
or your long rest.
I am watching out for anyone. Just
Give me a
keeping
perception
an eye
check
on-
as you're kind of like checking the alleyways and the roadways.
And I want to slip up next to Sephora.
Give me a stealth check as you start approaching where she's currently trying to figure out what to do about these torches and these people that she's trying to deal with.
The exception to that is if I use my devour move, which I've
Set
already
the
used. and I
ball,
can't do that.
set my my buddy down on the ground,
I know, you
lean
can't
him
stop
up
on
against
it
the wall, and then
Yet.
look both ways to see if I can see anything coming.
Eat the other one.
Give me a perception
Not
check
the
as you do that.
boss. 26.
He's a
26. So Sephora, right next to you,
Mhm.
you hear Scarlett's voice as she
Promise.
kind of sneaks up. You didn't even hear her, but
Oh, awesome.
she's now standing next to you.
Okay.
And Sephora fills you in. So everything she saw, you now know. And as she fills you in, you kind of peek up to look. Give me a perception check as you try to look through.
What the
I got a 19.
thing
Okay.
throwing me off.
Bella, what are you doing with your time?
Let's see if it did any of the tracks left there. Take a look to see if there's any tracks of that ogre still around.
Why don't you give me a survival check as you do that?
Out of
Oh,
the,
fine.
things I
He
couldn't
sounds like he was a very fun character. I want to find him.
Hey,
Um,
Ivar, see if this one rolls better for you.
It didn't roll very good for
It
me.
doesn't
21?
roll good for me.
As
16.
Sephora tells you that she snuffed out their torchlight, you can now hear them, and you see one of the torches flare. As the first torch flares, you see a goblin face in the light. The next goblins, the other 3, light their torches on the one that got theirs lit, and they're like, I don't really know what happened. That was really strange. Keep looking for that fucking box. And you can see that they kind of like move away and back towards the back of the shack.
They're talking about the box that I found. I'm not there.
But we know it's in the
What'd you get?
yeah. Oh,
You should
19?
totally just take some of them.
So
We didn't take the box. We just took the stuff.
as you're checking down run one and you're looking down the other alleyway, keep an eye on things, you see Belle is like looking at the road surfaces, like trying to pick up on any tracks or anything that looks suspicious. The three of you, and technically in your tree form, you would notice it too. You hear running boots, like somebody running quickly.
From which direction?
Well, you look and you don't see the unconscious guy anymore, but you can hear him running.
Can I use grasping vine to trip him?
As you look, you don't see him, but you can hear him, and he's getting far away.
Means he's invisible.
No, he's not invisible. He's just in a darkened alley.
I had something.
I mean, no one said that you bound him, so no one checked to make sure he was still unconscious.
Did any of us
I rolled a 19 for his deception. I don't know what to tell you. Huh?
I was like, did any of us see him running or
No, you hear him.
hear him?
Got up and took off.
Okay, so in using roots of the giant tree,
I'm gonna take off after him.
my opponents have disadvantage on dex.
Give me a survival as you try to figure out which
saving
direction he
moves.
went.
So can I use that to grasping vine?
What are you trying to do? Make up new
Grasping.
rules again?
No, I have this thing. It's roots of a giant tree,
Okay.
and while it's like I put myself in the ground, and I'm in a half tree form, but I'm currently in full tree form,
Right.
and it makes nature-based attacks stronger, and it gives a few benefits. One of those benefits is my opponents have disadvantage on dex-based saves
Gummy bears?
and moves. So if I use grasping vine, which is a dex,
Yeah, but you
based-
didn't hear him leave until he started running.
Okay,
So he's not that close to you guys right
30
now.
feet.
No, he's not within 30 feet of you. What did you get for your
14.
14? You kind of perk your ear up, and then you look to your right, and there's another darkened alleyway that you sprint down as you figure that might be the one he went down. Probably why you couldn't see him. As you're running. You can hear his boots, and then they kind of skid to a stop. You don't hear him running anymore. What are you doing?
Go, my pretties.
How far up does it sound
You
like?
just shat Spritelings. Little Spritelings start running out into the alleyways. Maro, do you chase or you stay behind?
I'm staying behind.
Okay.
I thought I thought he had a hold on it, like you were holding.
No, he
it.
set him
No, I
down.
set him
Shut him down.
How far up did it sound like he stopped?
Felt like about 60 or 70 feet up ahead.
Then I keep running.
Could
Okay.
we have done a perception check to see if he saw him get
Um,
away?
Give me a deck save.
Shit.
12. You trip over something. You kind of like fall on your face, skidding into the alleyway. You kind of get up and look behind, and it's his body.
Oh, shit.
He's dead?
I mean, it's his body, whether he's dead or not. I mean, So-
Okay, well, I'm gonna get up, turn around, and check on him.
he's got a very, very nice, like wire slice from upper ear to upper ear. Like somebody took a very thin wire and really quick.
How the hell did Scarlet get over here so quickly?
All right.
Doesn't feel like Scarlet's work.
Um.
So you two are over at Ronald's
Yeah.
window. Door is open, and you can hear the forest goblins. You hear a piece of wood get pulled off of something. You can hear furniture being shifted over. Like they're not trying to be all that quiet.
mhm.
So there's obviously a leader that seems to be in, you know.
Maybe.
So everybody else is gonna get a stabby.
I'm gonna pick up the body and carry it back.
Start making your way back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shred mark blood.
You see no ogre tracks, Bella. You do see quite a few assortment of goblin tracks.
Oh, shit.
There's 4 sets of goblin tracks that go into the small hovel, and then there's another 8 set of goblin tracks that kind of disappear into the alleyways behind you.
I'm gonna try to slip in there unseen and.
The original stealth is pretty good. You guys
Okay.
can keep that
Oh,
stealth for a few.
God, thank God, because I probably roll a 3. So, okay, or another. I rolled double 4s. What's the percentage chance? Okay, cool. Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So we both. I don't. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
We're
we'll
both
slip
did
in.
some
Tabbies.
some thievery sign language to say we're gonna go in and capture one and kill the other 3.
Well, I can.
All right, so you're sneaking into the hovel.
Yeah, she's sneaking in with me.
Okay, so the two of you kind of crawl over to the front door, and you each slide in on either side of the door. You can see the torchlight on the other side of the hovel. It's not a very fancy house by any stretch. It's 2 rooms, the main common room, and currently it seems like they're searching maybe the back bedroom. The place is tossed, trashed. The bits of furniture that were still serviceable have been just destroyed and torn apart, like they've been desperately looking for something. So gets the feeling they haven't heard you yet.
Okay.
Come on, hurry up.
Just set up
We
and
gotta find it. We gotta find it. We can't go back without it. Just we'll find it. I promise we'll find it.
and we're able to make out there was 4 of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Are these the goblins, the ones I saw the footprints for? Or
Tell me.
Morrow's still outside.
I do have dark
You and
vision, by the
Morrow
way.
and Willa are still outside. You're waiting for Jade to come back from chasing after the guy that ran off. And Scarlet and Zephora have gone inside the building.
I'm gonna signal to Morrow and tell him about the. You said there was 4. Sorry, I'm trying to recall. My head's not.
There are footprints for 4 that went towards the hovel,
Hovel.
and footprints for 8 additional goblins that disappeared into the different alleyways nearby.
Alex, I'm not gonna remember that.
Oh, I see. We trap them in the room.
So 4.
And
I'm just
then-
gonna be like, Morrow, there's goblins here. My worst nightmare.
Can you extinguish the light again?
Mhm.
Should we go
Because you
after
have night
them?
vision, right?
I think we probably ought to like hold the
Goblins do. I don't know when they torch.
Cover
Okay.
them. Willa and watch the hovel.
Yeah.
Let me see
Figure
what
out
it
if
says
we have
though.
to just wait and back up.
So it only needs
I don't wanna
somatic.
split
It's
up.
only somatic, so it won't
No,
make any
I think we
noise
go
for me
it,
to
but if
extinguish
we
the flame.
Keep an eye out because
be able to
there's
see 'em,
8
though.
going that way.
Yeah.
And then there's the 4 that
Currently, you
they're
can't
probably
see them.
gonna go
They're
after.
Oh, I know.
inside
I'm
the
gonna-
other room. Yeah.
I want to.
Coming back and
Then
trapping us. Like
Now I need a fresh stealth check.
Okay.
We really want a
Come on,
3.
baby. Let's get me a good roll. Can't even read it. 9 plus, so that's 20. Dirty 20.
Nice. Your stealth is plus 11.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, a monster. So
Yeah.
Sephora, as you linger in the kind of like hallway, you watch Sephora cover the distance over, and then you peer inside. You can see the 4 goblins holding torches, but now that you see them directly,
Mm-hmm.
there's something odd about them.
Okay.
With your passive perception, as you just kind of look at them,
Mm-hmm.
Burning.
their skin is strange. It's almost like they're wearing, and then you see it. One of the costume pieces fall away, and you see furry feet, like halfling feet.
Mm-hmm.
You get the feeling these are 4 halflings dressed up like goblins.
What the hell?
Okay.
What is this?
Extinguish
I have no idea what's
torches.
going on right now. It's a good thing I'm
The
not
lights
in
go
there.
out. They all stop. What the fuck keeps doing that? And then one of the halflings, in surprise of it happening again, I don't know, boss. Use your goblin voice. Don't use your But I don't know what to put out the torches. We just gotta find that fucking box.
I'm gonna.
And now planks of wood have been pulled up from the
Right.
floor, and they seem to be focused on an area by a bed that's been kind of like tossed over in a way.
The one they're calling boss. I'm going to use.
Oh, we did take the whole box.
Sorry, I'm going to use my free spirit, which allows me to teleport 15 feet.
Okay.
I'm going to teleport. I'm going to have my dagger out, my hand ready. I'm going to teleport right behind the boss guy and just put my knife like that right at his throat.
Ooh, give me acrobatics or athletics with advantage.
Oh, I can use both these.
This allows you to freely crawl up to the bedroom entrance as you watch the four bamf over
tonight.
behind one of the
So this
strangely dressed
You
goblins.
said stealth?
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
athletics
Acrobatics.
or acrobatics.
Oh, acrobatics is not too
Treat it
bad.
as a grapple.
11.
11. You get like right behind him,
Guys hate me today.
and then it just kind of slides out from your hold. Just moves faster than he blurs and turns to look at you and stares at you for a moment. And now you can see this. They're wearing makeup. And that's what was looking weird. The shadow of the light. But because now the torch has been extinguished again, and with your night vision kicking in, these look like kind of like dressed up halflings in really kind of like shitty goblin attire. Like and they all four immediately just pull out simple daggers and point them at you. And they're like, "Who are you? What do you want?"
Hobbits in sheep's clothing. Who do you work for? And don't try to run. This whole place is surrounded.
Give me intimidation.
As I step out of the shadow.
Oh shit! Boss! What do we do? What do we do?
Advantage? Because of
I
that?
cannot roll for shit tonight.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage because Scarlet stepped out timing wise.
Oh, that's
16.
better. I can't even read it. No, it's 18.
Oh, it's
Intimidation. Where's my intimidation? 25.
We're looking for something that was stolen from us.
What are you looking for? Put your daggers away.
You're not gonna hurt us.
No. If you were goblins, you'd have your throat slit, but I can see your hairy feet. Go ahead.
What's wrong with goblins? I mean, they're kind of fun.
To kill.
Oh, sorry. He puts his dagger away. Is she with you?
Yes.
He starts kind of like, there was a piece of jewelry that was stolen from us by this guy who lives here.
Okay.
And we need to get it back. Desperately need to get it back.
What's it look like?
It's a bracelet that you wear.
Mm-hmm.
It's got like a golden eagle emblem on it with a latch covering a compass.
I message.
As Jade comes out of a
Jade.
nearby alleyway carrying the corpse of the runner on her
Oh,
shoulder, you hear Sephora's message ping inside your head.
Did you find that in the box?
Find what?
the golden. Or,
You didn't.
I
I wasn't
describe it.
there. So
I
you
describe
described
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it in the box?
So it's a bracelet
Mhm.
with a gold eagle on top of it, and it's got a covered latch on it. If you undo the latch, he describes it as being a compass.
That wasn't
Is
what
that
we had.
in-
I
Is
had-
that in the box?
Did you
I
find
know.
that?
We
What
had
was it?
there was a pearl earring, glass eye, 12 gold, 5 silver, a copper ring, and
No, you're talking
pewter
about the
spoon.
stuff that your sprites brought back.
oh, never
that's-
mind.
That's the stuff that your sprites brought back. This was
That's-
when we were searching
We
his
found the
room,
golden raven pin.
and we found the golden raven pin. Hold on, I'm trying.
But
to
you took the
find-
whole box. I just don't remember if you guys searched the entire box.
I did.
Okay. Well, whatever you found is
It
what
was
you
a bunch of
found.
jewelry.
Yeah, just described
And
it
a
as a
golden
bunch
raven
of
pin.
jewelry.
It
Look-
said,
Look and see what's in there. Look and see what you found.
Okay. I'm gonna pull the box out of my bag.
Yeah.
and-
While
Pull it
she's
out.
doing that, I'm just gonna ask him what is it? Why do you need it? Who's looking for it?
It's
Who do you work for?
I
I'm-
didn't write it down because you were looking. at
we're
it.
the Branfits. We're actually a family.
Oh, okay.
This is my cousin and my niece and my nephew, and the others are hiding out in the alleys waiting for us to find it. Well, it's don't tell them. They're just gonna keep it for themselves, or they could just kill us and keep it anyways, or they could kill us, keep it. It supposedly points to a treasure.
Okay.
We want it back.
Was it stolen from you?
Yes, this person who lives here
Mm-hmm.
stole it from us.
The
Okay.
person is dead.
This person that stole it
We
is
don't know.
from that you're in, he's dead now.
That's true.
Many went
Is?
missing.
Yes, we've been in here before. I've been in this house before. We were searching.
Landir is dead?
We were searching.
Who?
Landir?
Who's Landir?
Well, I
He's
described the
been
guy.
described to us as someone who's considered a master thief. Oh, he's very good at disguises too, I'm told. But
I described the guy who's dead,
We're turned into a spider.
or yeah.
We have a different person that's dead. That's the hobo guy.
I mean, who are you
I
describing?
Okay, I described the clothes that were on the spider. Fucking spiders.
Why are you keep describing him as a spider? I'm confused.
I described this clothing only.
Okay, but you're describing clothes on it. So I don't know what he wears.
Okay.
I mean, he's elven, elvish. I think he's half elvish. He's kind
He's a
of
spider. We don't know.
he's kind of how should I say this? He puts on airs. He thinks he's kind of uppity and thinks he's all that.
Oh, sounds familiar. Okay, so
It's your pimp. No.
let's forget about
D6 inspiration.
You know what? Give me the fucking ice back. Okay. No, I was kidding. All right. So, okay. So my message. Did you find that?
Did I find it? In the box?
It's in there, along with 4 copper rings, 2 gold rings, a silver ring, 4 thin silver chains, and you find the
magic?
bracelet.
Are they all magic? Is it all magic? I have no idea if they're magic. I detect magic.
I do.
So
Wait, are you not near me yet? No.
Yeah, I'm near you. I dropped the dead body of the runner at your guys' feet,
Oh.
and then pulled out this box out of my pouch and started rifling through it. Oh, he has it for you. It's in here.
okay. So what kind of treasure is it? Do you know?
Don't know. It's a family heirloom, been passed down for generations.
Was it like a mystery? You have to follow it to find the treasure or something?
I don't know.
Where are you from?
Where are we from? Well, we're from Vasselheim, of course.
No. Where are you from?
Vasselheim. We've grown up. We've lived here our entire lives.
Oh, I did write down. There's a copper ring.
No, I don't believe
Three
Percent-
you.
silver
percentage.
something. Coins. 3 silver coins.
All right, it's not in.
3
Come with
gold
us,
coin.
Do you
silver
have it?
Earrings, and some gold earrings.
perhaps.
I'd like to do an insight check.
All right, go ahead and give an insight check.
I think they're lying to me. There's a hole.
Well, I mean, you don't actually physically tell him I'm doing an insight check on you. I mean, you just you give him an incredulous look.
Like, this guy's full of shit.
18
18.
plus. No.
They're pretty scared and they're pretty bad at what they're doing. He feels like he's telling the truth.
If you can't even find it, what makes you think you're prepared? You for to find the treasure? Because usually treasure involves things.
Oh
like,
no, we're not going to go look for it. We're going to hire somebody to do it.
And then what? They get a percentage.
Usually, that's what you negotiate, Joe.
Where is this located at?
Well, that's the thing. We don't know. It's all contained in the bracelet. We're told.
Well, how about you hire us to go find it?
The 4 immediately football huddled. You can hear 'em.
Not just us. We have friends
Yeah.
outside.
How many friends?
Enough.
You.
Well, but
Enough to get the job done.
they kind of huddle again. How many did they get the drop on? That's not hard to do. Yeah, but they didn't kill us either. They seem okay. The one over there, she looked positively frightening. Yeah, but it could mean our family could finally get its treasure back. Yeah, but the minute we mentioned that, it doesn't matter. So, okay. We'll help you decipher it, and we'll negotiate a finder's fee.
Done.
And a little tiny hand
Yeah.
inside your hand.
All right. Well,
And you watch as he stops for a moment.
come.
Our friends are coming out of the alleyway now.
All right. Come.
And all of you out in the alleyway, you watch as 8 really piss poor disguised halflings come out. One like, I can't see through this fucking thing. It kind of like takes off the kind of like mask it was wearing. And there's just this like very portly like halfling just kind of standing there going, I told you this was a bad idea. And now the alleyways are filled with poorly dressed halflings.
I
that
tell
look
you
like
guys what's
goblins.
going on. I'll tell them what's going on so she can explain what's going on.
Okay.
About the thing and finding the treasure, and they need to hire somebody, and we'll get a percentage. That sounds good. Would you like to come back to our estate and
Put
talk
that
this
dead
over?
body up with the other dead
Yeah,
body.
you got places we could sleep.
Sure, and
Make it
we'll
rain
feed you
blood.
too.
Let's go. And it's
Do you
like
like Spider?
it's like a dozen kind of
I heard
cackling
they
and
taste
laughing
like shrimp.
halflings that are now excited because the bracelet's been found.
Okay.
Theoretically.
We
I
didn't
shove the
have to
box
kill
back in my-
anybody.
in my-
That's fair.
Yeah, hold on to that bag. These little
Nope.
fuckers could steal it. Okay.
Does it look like something like this? No.
after they pass by.
I swear to God,
Yeah.
What's going on
the
now?
camera failed.
Oh
Oh,
no.
what's going on?
I
man?
don't know what to tell you.
The ghost
Everything's
hammer?
been working.
The spirit of this room is attacking
Perfectly
us because
fine.
You said that it's the last time we're going to play in here.
Okay. So I'm gonna
That's so weird.
wait until they pass by. Following Zephora and Scarlet, and then we're gonna drop the bodies in the room. In his.
Oh, I'm
his room.
keeping mine.
You can keep one.
I'm keeping. Well, if she
Keep
wants
the
to,
magic
I want-
she can
I want
interrogate
the
one, but I'm
head. Can I
eating
just-
my wizards.
Get the
She
head.
can interrogate.
So
the
it
one
takes you
if
guys collectively, including a gaggle of halflings,
Hmm.
to finally get back to the Stone Grove.
Okay.
We searched the bodies that we dropped
So
We already-
the
we already
bodies that you
did.
dropped.
I'm not
at
dropping.
Renald's house.
The ones that we were.
We dropped those
I
thieves,
thought they
the
were
two
already- we
thieves'
already
bodies that
searched
she
them.
had. We dropped them in
I'm
Ronald's
not
house.
dropping the bodies.
I don't think she wants to give them up.
Okay.
You guys keep telling her to, but she doesn't want to. So I don't know what you're talking about.
One.
Can I have just like maybe a couple of pounds of thigh meat?
Yeah.
Thanks.
There's like a very like rough cutting sound coming from the inside of the hovel.
All right, fine.
And it's Sephora's taking 2 pounds of flesh off the thigh.
With the confusion of the halflings, gaggle of halflings, we're going to try and sneak the bodies with us.
I mean, at this point, it's so late. You're taking the back alleys. You guys pretty much get away with it at this point.
Thank you.
I mean, if you're going down any main streets, it'd be a lot more difficult. There's a moment where a patrol stops like off in the distance, and one of them's holding up like a torch and looking, and Willow just freezes, turns into a tree. That's a strange place to sleep at night. Puts the torch down, gotta keep walking.
I can't wait to see like it's like the next day and there's a spinning paper and it stops and it's like tree massacre. The Arbor Day massacre of the underground market.
The trees are fighting
Dun, dun,
back.
dun. All of a sudden, this shrubbery came alive and killed everybody. This ogre ran out.
How
At
many
which
halflings?
point,
8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 12 halflings.
12 halfway.
Okay.
There's 4 in the
There's 4
There was
inside and then
8.
8 outside, right? Crack the. bricks and
Devin
crash the-
Oste just kind of opens. Oh, good, you're home.
I'll make some food.
Where did you
dude.
find these goblin children?
Oh no,
Oh, they're halflings.
yeah.
They're not.
Get something to clean them up, and then we need to.
I'm
Get 'em
just
some
gonna
food.
shove them in a room for tonight.
I'll take care of it. It's fine. All right, you
I'm gonna
smelly
take
lot.
my
And she
things
kind of like
back
guides
there.
them towards the rear kitchen basement area. And about as you guys settle, well, we'll say you guys have some time to yourselves now. Willa's got her 2 corpses. You you're in
We still have
kind of like
to
the big common room.
pick the body of the other wizard.
Okay.
I don't
You
think we
better
searched
do
them.
what you're going to do before.
No,
we-
Bella searched them.
Oh,
No,
Bella,
I had the second
No, I
wizard.
never got to search.
Not the second wizard.
Yeah, the
We searched others. We didn't search the second
Okay,
wizard.
Oh.
she searched the main guy, but I picked up a second.
You picked up the second one,
Yeah.
dragged it over to Sephora. That's
We
right.
didn't
So
search
that
that
one
one.
hasn't been searched yet.
So I'm
And
going
we
to search
still
the
need
one.
to search the unconscious guy.
No, he's not unconscious.
He's
Or
dead.
the-
He's
Yeah, you
But
watch
now
as like
dead.
you watch as like
His
Jade
head, like-
sets him down and his like head flaps open like a Pez container. And
It wasn't me.
actually, when that happens, Scarlett, give me a history check.
I'm going to start searching him. The unconscious guy.
Well, the
I mean, the not unconscious guy.
You guys keep this. He's not unconscious.
The once unconscious guy who was previously unconscious, who is no longer unconscious.
Hey, Disaster,
No
thanks for
longer
the raid.
unconscious.
Really
It is-
appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah, right.
Pocky needs sleep. No sleep for Pocky.
No
Okay,
sleep.
I'm going to
Towel.
search the no longer unconscious guy.
Okay. I'll say you don't even really need to do a roll for this one. You find a small wizard's component pouch on him, a small a small spell book. You find 2 small daggers kind of like tucked behind his belt. You find a thin leather case that looks like it held something, but it's empty now. And
Or
you
death
find the one thing you find on his person that's interesting is he's got a gold ring on his left hand, and it's got a nice intricate design. It looks very well crafted.
What's the design?
Give me
ring?
perception as you
It's the
stare
ring.
at the
Looking at
ring.
It's called the Ring of My Exploding Corpse. When you take it off my body, my body explodes,
No,
doing
not
10d,
again.
10d6 damage. I'm sorry, 10d20.
Waiting for
damage.
Scarlett to do short
Yes.
math.
16.
16 between the two of you. I mean, there's like a wavy line design running through it. There's kind of like it has like small diamond chips, but very tiny, kind of rotating around it.
Like on the ship.
I mean, do they look
No.
like the ones on the pond?
No, just it looks like nice jewelry, but it's kind of too nice. There's no blemishes, no
Bella, Is
scratches.
this magic?
I'm gonna take it over. I'm gonna use detect magic.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to throw all of the stuff out.
All the
and
stuff.
Say, hey, look at all this and see what's glowing.
It's gonna be a whole
The
night,
short
isn't it?
swords and, you know. I
You
don't
just
know.
got to put all the pile of stuff on the
Yep.
big table.
Yep.
There's only 2 things glowing when you cast the detect magic spell.
Well, I open
um,
up the box of the, from,
The jewel.
Mhm.
with the
Yeah.
bracelet.
No, I know. The big pile in front of you. The ring is glowing,
That out.
as well as the bracelet that was described to you.
There's a
I
compass
think we
one.
got that stuff for free.
Cool.
It's the mouth
We'll
darts
find
and all that
out
stuff.
if we can get the ring identified.
I'm gonna
We
put
stuff
the
from
ring in the
mine.
side. I'm gonna go. I found
When the
this
guys
on
came
the
in,
floor.
I think
I'm
we got
gonna
that
take
stuff
out the
for free.
wand. I'm like,
Who is the wand glowing to?
It
Stuff
is
we're gonna
glowing.
buy.
Yeah.
I did buy.
this,
Alright.
this
Well, I
wand kind
didn't
of
buy
looks
it for
familiar. I
the
think it
money,
might be
but I
a
did
wand
think
of
about
magic
it.
missiles.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, magic missiles. That's cool.
Did we get?
I'm gonna take the ring and say we'll get this identified.
You were probably somewhere. Oh.
Okay.
No, maybe I was with
wouldn't,
Scarlet.
nothing
Yeah, you were with
with
Scarlet.
the
We
ring
bought
and the
weapons and stuff. Did we
wand,
ever
so
pay
it's
for them or
gotta
did we
get it.
steal them?
Doesn't seem like it.
I paid for my dagger.
Okay, we paid for it.
So
Okay.
I'm still holding the bracelet. I'm just gonna be like,
Mhm.
ooh, kind of pretty.
I was paying for it as the shit went
Yeah,
down.
okay.
Would it be bad if I put it on?
Don't put the bracelet on until we get it identified. It could be cursed.
I can check that.
It turns
As you guys are,
everybody
like,
into a halfling goblin.
Going over this loot pile, and there's corpses lying about your common room.
No, I was gonna take those out back, but you know.
Ooh, actually, I'm gonna
So you
Oh,
take
I'm
a-
still. I gotta search the.
Do we have a meat?
other
Wizard.
Oh,
Do we
I
have-
did that.
Do we have
Right.
like a meat storage?
Oh wait, Scar, what'd you get for your history check?
14 plus.
Do we have meat storage?
I think it's downstairs.
Do we have like meat storage downstairs?
13.
Now give me a medicine check with advantage. I mean, you've got your
That means you
basement storage downstairs.
Is
It's
that
got
where
a
they hang
root
the meat?
cellar, and I mean, it's cool enough down there. You could put bodies down there if you wanted to.
She wants to clear a hunch. I'm gonna eat those wizards
19.
when they're done talking to them.
Okay.
19.
19. Not only do you recognize that this person's been garroted, but there's fine little bits of diamond powder in the wound.
Why is there diamond powder in the world?
This
Very
person's been garroted by a diamond dusted wire.
Ooh, daddy
Stinks
likey.
by a certain
I
assassin.
want a diamond dusted Garrett.
I know the assassin.
Unfortunately, you do. It works with the hunter.
Oh shit.
Which means he might be on our trail.
We need to get our ass out of town.
Oh, now you want to get your ass out of town. See? I wanted to get in our ship and take off a long time ago. Told you people were after us.
Yeah, this is one we do not want to mess with.
Well, they did me a favor. Bring down the body. I'm gonna place it down real quick.
Do your talking.
Yeah. We're gonna do some talking. And
Which
then
body
get
are
to
you
eat-
starting with?
I want to start with the one who decided to lead the party. So I'm gonna go upstairs and get some incense. Like, okay, round 2.
You don't want to find out why this guy was killed?
Do we want to talk to him first? I like to grab more incense.
Because there's the leader, there's the other caster that was with the back cut, and then now you have the one that tried to run away.
I would
Ran away
recommend-
and got killed by. That was not me that killed him.
No.
Okay.
I would
So-
recommend
There had to be
deciding
a
on-
reason why he was assassinated. He
I
knew
would
something.
recommend deciding what you want to say before you cast your spell.
Well,
Wait, can we cast it on all 3?
One at a time.
one at a time. But technically,
Oh, God, that was funny, too. That was a funny part. Oh, my God.
it could be
That was
one
great.
person to ask
Sounded
the
like
questions,
us.
right? Or does
Or it could be one person or the group. It could be anybody to ask the question. Once you cast
I
it,
know how you're going to do it now.
kicks
Well,
in.
Nobody.
I've
asked
always been
any
doing it
that way.
questions.
I love you, dear. I really do. But do not say
With
anything.
Willa nearby, this is gonna be great.
I'm going to
That counts as a
go.
question.
I'm going to go into the kitchen.
Okay, as
Yeah.
you go into the kitchen,
Mhm,
there are 2 giant cauldrons of warm water,
mhm.
and
Oh.
there are naked halflings standing on the edge of it and jumping in, and they're soaping, and you watch as one kind of stands up and looks at you and goes, and then dives back into the water. A very exhausted elven keeper. You know
Willa, do you want to go check on
that
your
Devon
minions?
stays just like, this is why I
See where all
don't
your
have
little
kids.
strikelings are?
This is why I don't have
Bring them back out.
Yes, dear. What can I
we
get for you?
if you want to go get them,
Can I have a few
Bring
eggs?
them back. to
Some
me or I'll come
toast.
Get them.
go get them.
And
Wait,
I
no,
need
don't
to
go
grind
get
some meat.
them.
You want breakfast?
I'm talking about the dead bodies.
Well,
Well, the
kind
meat
of-
grinder's down below. You're free to use that if you want.
Okay. I
She
need a
gets
bowl for
a
the
she
meat or
she gets a
something.
small wicker basket. She
Okay.
puts some bread and eggs in it and hands it to you. Here you go. Feel free.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grind the meat, some onion, real fine, put that in there, and an egg, mix it up, put it on toast, and eat it.
Why is one of the wizards missing a leg?
That's what I'm.
You know, I have to say, with all these halflings in the bathroom scene, and we have someone named Scarlet here, I feel like this is a warped version of Snow White.
I mean, you're already a bit odd, so sure. So what are you guys doing?
This is a normal Monday. All right. So we're gonna start
I'm
off
regaining my
with-
strength with some
We're gonna talk to the
Uh,
people meat.
Go ahead and give yourself 1d8
Oh.
of hit points back
Okay.
as you eat some good old-fashioned thigh meat taken in battle.
We're gonna talk to nearly Sir Headless Nick.
Okay, so you go through the ritual casting of Speak with Dead.
Yep. So I'm gonna summon my guardian. I'm gonna sit down
It shows up
with-
as a skeleton this time.
Oh, I search him before while she's doing that.
Okay, give me investigation while you do that.
Already put-
And the
No,
guardian's
he wasn't
now in like its skeletal bloated form and sits next to it.
Yeah, no, you and me too, buddy. We will go through hell today.
16.
It's already been through poison. Already been through.
So while she was ritually casting the effect, you find it has a small pouch filled with 4 gold and 3 silver, a small silver key, a folded up message with a wax seal on it. He's got a silver chain around his neck, which you would have noticed because as you were studying where the Garrett wound was. A small dagger that was not revealed on his middle of his back. And I mean, he's wearing leather armor and kind of like
You said
a
silver
duster
chain?
jacket.
Silver chain?
Yeah, silver chain. It's kind of covered down blood after he was killed.
It's washable.
That's about all you find on him.
Okay.
So before I light incense and start the whole incantation, I'm like, who's the one that's gonna ask 12 questions first? Because clearly I did not go that well the first time.
I'm out in the garden waiting for my kills.
Okay. So you're taking a short rest. So if you get any effect from a short rest, you can go ahead and take that effect now if you want to.
Actually, I just need to look at which ones they are.
Okay.
Did you want to ask questions first before I light the sucker?
Let's go and decide what we want to ask him.
Yeah, let's decide first.
Stay
Stay focused, my
Five
guardian
questions.
Mhm.
Well, I already
Who
know.
are we talking to?
I already know
The garroted guy.
the one with the
The one that Jade
nearly
went chasing after Morrow set him down on the ground.
Why do you want to talk to him?
Why did he get?
He was just a peon.
No, he was not. There's a reason that somebody assassinated this guy.
So
Oh,
we
okay.
got to find out what we want to ask him.
Okay.
The person.
Well,
who,
you know the
person who-
most. You should ask the
Well,
question.
the person who did this
I'm
doesn't
starting
just
to get a
go after
migraine
peons.
trying to hold on.
All right. So what do we want to ask him?
So,
Oh,
this guy wouldn't have known who
He
killed
may not
him.
have even seen him.
No, he wouldn't have seen him because that's what this guy's MO is.
But he might
the guy
know why a
human?
person's after him.
Is that what you ask him?
No, I'm looking at him.
Oh, the guy that was killed? Yeah, he was human.
He doesn't necessarily see in the dark, and it was very dark down that tunnel.
Is that the one I got the
I
meat
mean,
from?
no.
He definitely wouldn't have known who
Migraines
got
getting
him.
worse.
She's like holding
we
the
need to
ceremony,
find out
trying to
who
be patient. The
he
incense
actually
smoke
worked
is swirling about.
Okay, who do you work for? Who did you work for?
Who did you work for?
While
Would
I'm
you
waiting
work
for them
for?
to deliver
Well,
the bodies.
Who
for my
are
devouring,
you? Who you work? Who
I'm
do you
going
work
to
for?
be finishing up the last
Why
half,
is this
just half a
person-
night. I
Why
only
was this
have
person
my
after
half
you?
4 hours rest period.
Right.
I'm sure he would know
where I
that.
use my turning the garden.
Well,
into a
usually you know if
permanent
somebody's
resting
chasing
vine.
you.
Okay.
This guy didn't know.
'Cause I'm
that
at
he was
two-
being
2.5
chased.
right now.
He was just trying to get away from us.
No, I know,
Out
but
of
he
3
might have
days.
known he was being hunted by that person, even though he's not. He didn't know it was going to happen that night. Like he might have
Even my
known that
spiders
person
are
was
starting to
after him
get
for
high.
like.
Unless maybe he knew that because he didn't come back he failed with us, he knew that he was going to die.
Maybe.
One of them died finally.
Why were you targeted by the assassin?
Yes.
New sacrificial corpse.
There you go.
He may not know.
Well, I know, but at least we'll find. If
What
not,
area of Vasselheim do you live in, or is your
That's-
base
that-
located?
that cut.
There I am, like,
yeah, we got to
Sorry
get
to
over
die
to
here.
the
Alright.
too. We need to
You
see
haven't-
all the shit they had.
Ivar, do you have an Apple phone or an iPad near me?
This my phone.
Is that an Apple?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an
Put it
iPhone.
over by,
Can we just turn it off? I can turn it off.
or turn it off.
Is that
I
what's
also have my
interfering
Apple
with the
iPad.
camera?
It did that before. Remember?
Okay, it's almost off.
Who
Well,
else
What
has?
about my iPad?
Fat apple.
Well,
never done with my
as
iPad.
soon as you put your iPad near it,
Okay.
it
All right. Well, just. I
does
can
anybody
still
else
use
have
my
an Apple
iPad?
phone?
Do you want me to turn my iPad off too?
No,
Android,
it's,
Android,
no,
Android.
it just
Never
got worse
done it
again.
before.
It's picking up a signal because these cords are not shielded. Is the problem? And now the camera's going
Got
haywire
some tin
again.
foil.
Nah, you know what? It's. I don't think it's your iPhone. I
Oh.
don't think it is. I think this power connector is going bad, and I have to try putting in a new
So
one.
how many questions?
That's
do
the
we
one
have
you've been
left?
dicking around with for a while.
We got
Yeah, but
who
it
you-
hasn't
who you
acted
work
up
for,
in a
Why
long
were you
time.
targeted by the assassin? That's 3.
Why'd you get
So
killed?
if I turn it back on, let me see
Yeah,
if
you
it
should be
does it.
fine because it's acting up anyways.
Do you think you know why you got killed?
Oh. But why were you targeted by the assassin?
Well, and we could base it on what he says on the first couple questions.
Yeah.
Who are you? Who do you work for? Or
Okay.
who are you? What were you doing?
Why were you
Why
told
were
to
you-
come after us?
Right.
Okay. Which
Trying
one?
to reset the picture. Give me one sec.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's so weird how it acts up. This is the first time it's done this in a while too. The last couple Mondays we played, it didn't do this. Now it's gone. I don't know. I don't know what's doing this. Really weird.
And he's out.
We say that about Sebastian all the time. There we go. It's back.
Okay.
Almost back.
I gotta do the nipple. Just
So how many questions you guys have so far?
3.
3. All right.
close enough. I know, buddy. Just don't try to breathe. You already did.
Does he look like he's? I'm not asking a question to the corpse. I'm asking the DM.
Oh, okay.
Does he look like he's looking for his necklace? Or
No,
does he
he's
look
like grasping at his wound, like in
Okay.
shock.
Just checking.
It's almost like he's breathing through the hole in his neck.
He doesn't need vocal cords.
I'm making my pet.
I'm just gonna look at you and be like, "Go ahead."
That's so gross.
So before it comes out of the kitchen,
I'm eating a cracker with some like meat
yeah,
on it.
with some pate. And she kind of looks a little bit refreshed and revitalized.
I'm just gonna look and go, ah. And then
No,
You want some?
no, I don't know if you. It's not cooked.
No, it's not. It's raw.
you like pull out a leg hair.
It's actually a German dish I've had with ground beef, but I just made it with
Yeah, with ground people.
ground people. Ground meat creature. Take 2 pounds of ground meat creature.
All right.
And you can see the corpse like on the ground, kind of its eyes kind of gelatinous because it hasn't been dead all that long, so they're kind of watery, and you can see bits of tears kind of.
Okay, ask questions.
Who are you?
My name is Ronderson.
I'm asking the DM.
How do you spell that?
Spell it W-R.
W?
Ronderson. W-R-O-N-D-E-E-R-S-E-N. Ronderson.
I lost it after the double
Yeah.
E's.
you
Whatever.
say it
Just
without
put
the
5.
characters.
W-A-N-D
W-A.
W-A-N-D-E-E-R-S-O-N. Wanderson.
With a silent 5.
There's no R at all? I was hearing
I
an
know.
R.
I was totally hearing.
Yeah, wonder.
R-O-N.
Wanderson.
Wanderson.
Wander
Wander.
son.
One more time. I'm
Okay,
I'm
oh,
erasing
shit.
it. One more time.
Who cares? He's a dead man.
W-A-N-D-E-E-R-S-O-N. Wanderson.
Yeah, I
Elevate
thought the
open.
R was in the beginning where the W is.
No.
It sounded like Ronderson.
No.
Not Wanderson.
It's a W.
Okay. that really told us nothing.
Well, you can look them up in the non-existent census to see if you had any.
I know when we're 20th level in our last game, they'll go, what was that guy's name that was
Like
dead 2 years
85
ago?
sessions ago.
Remember,
I'll flip through my notes.
you're
Oh, I
like,
have it right here.
it's Wanderson. But did you have the correct spelling? No. Okay, we can't get into the tomb of the undead lich to save the world.
Who do you
Damn it.
work for?
Talon. I work for Talon.
I'm guessing that's the
Don't.
wizard that we killed.
The next one was
You can hear the blood kind of bubble a little bit in its neck.
Mm.
Like the corpse shifts away from Sephora.
why were you targeted by the assassin?
I don't know any assassin.
Why were you after us?
We were, you stole our prize from us. You lied. You deceived us. I'm dead, and I still can feel the bugs biting me.
I'm sorry. I should be
I'm
laughing.
just gonna watch one of the bubbles like.
Yeah, like.
and I'm just gonna go.
How many questions is that so far?
That's 4.
4 and 1 left.
Let's see.
We should ask him about treasure back at the.
What's his favorite color?
No.
Who else is in charge?
What'd you
Who
say?
did they leave
What's his
back their
favorite
powder?
I don't have one.
No.
What's your favorite book?
Let's not ask him the
I
last.
don't know how to read.
Let's not ask him the last question.
Just have a half dead corpse in your living room forever.
Just
Excuse me.
like
Could we finish this, please?
like put a tray, like prop him up in the
Oddly
corner.
enough, I think my wound is closing.
Put a tray with wine and a goblet on it. Like
We
when
got
people
it, the-
come in, they can like get a drink.
I'm not dead yet.
For the homies on him.
I feel fine.
I'm fine.
No.
We're the worst murder hobos. I swear to God, you're so right about that, Jason. We're horrible. We're horrible people. Hi.
I'm not.
I'm not always a horrible people, but right now I'm.
She's a horrible tree.
Actually, she's a very effective tree. She's not a very effective humanoid.
Yeah.
No.
I'm very good at being a tree.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Processing
figure out
one
what this
gas
last
into another
question
gas
needs
is
to be.
Right.
her best
We could ask him about
feature.
the treasure back in, what they have back in the warehouse. If there's anything worth.
But they said we still they
Mm.
considered
Don't ask
further
any questions.
Willa's not there. She's
Yeah.
she's short resting out in the garden,
You guys don't have a
Okay.
question. Finishing up my
We stole their prize.
permanent.
What are you gonna
creating
Resting
your
mind.
entanglement.
You can
Okay.
find
bed.
out by walking over there, but
Oh,
there
there
might
you
be
go.
traps.
There's probably traps.
She wants to ask a question.
How to hire the ogre.
Mm-mm. We don't want the ogre.
Oh, little.
We don't want the ogre.
Oh, man.
We don't want the ogre.
They poop a lot.
They poop a lot. We don't want the ogre.
Why am I imagining an elephant?
Kind of. On two legs. An elephant on two legs.
No, that's
Um,
called a.
I don't want to be a bother, but are you going to ask me the fifth question? I'm more than willing to answer anything that you ask me. Because I don't really think I'm going to a
That's
good
what-
place.
So maybe we should just keep you around then.
No, please don't do that. That's torment. I just. And your friend keeps looking at me like I'm roast cutlets.
Doesn't really bring back their spirit, though, does it? I think it just brings back
Do
their.
the Golden Ravens know what
Sending me a
happened?
message.
Oh, okay.
Did the Golden Ravens know what? Did the Golden Ravens know what we did?
That's a good one.
Because that will determine if I'm running to that ship we have right
Did you
now.
guys tell the Golden Ravens about us?
I don't know.
Ah,
It just passes out. Goes back to being a corpse.
So I'm gonna grab that corpse and start dragging it towards Willa and be like,
Well,
"Ugh,
You
Willa."
sit it out back like a hefty bag, pin a little note for Willa on it.
Love
Hefty,
and
hefty
joy.
Eventually, as you turn, you watch as a group of roots come out of the ground, wrap around it, start dragging it
You know
towards the root bed that Will has made out in the garden.
you know, she's
And
scary.
just for added effect, can I release some of my fog cloud?
And she passes gas.
At this point, I'm just not like, this
It's
is
not
a normal
toxic
Monday.
yet.
All right.
It's not toxic yet.
Now
gonna go-
we
Now
do
the
leader
questions for the
for the leader.
Before that happens, though, I'm going to whisper into the dead man's ear. I'm going to say, if you do not answer all your questions truthfully, I will not use my last question. I will let Willa eat you alive.
Dead live.
So after that, I'm just gonna sit. My little
Can
skeleton's
you
just gonna
imagine
sit.
if she does that and then leaves his face out and then he's just like
Right here, right on the
Aware.
belly.
and
then
like
we'll just put a red bag over his head.
Serial murder hobos. Serial killer
What will ever do
hobos.
to you?
okay, so do we want to ask him?
As
do
I
you guys
eat
tell the
human
Golden Ravens
pate.
about it?
Yes.
I forgot what they call that. I gotta
So-
find out what- now it's
Pate.
really now. it's
Basically,
really
just
bugging
gonna
me.
like start wiping away the first round of incense. I'm like,
The
okay,
tiefling. Where would
high
she
round
be
part
located?
2.
So we can find
Don't
out
do
where
drugs.
she's hanging out.
Where can we find the tiefling?
Mhm.
Incense aren't drugs.
What's her
No, but I'm gonna get high off of all this
Oh,
incense.
shoot. What is the tiefling's name?
What was that tiefling's name?
I got her.
Traya.
Right here.
Raya.
Never mind.
So instead of saying where can we find the tiefling, because
It could be
they
any
can, it could be
tiefling.
any tiefling. Thrya,
Drya.
Drya.
Drya,
D-R-Y.
D or T?
What?
D.
D.
Oh my
Dryaa.
god.
Oh,
Drya.
two A's? I only got one A. God bless you.
It takes like 3 or 4. Only 2 this time?
Apparently only 2.
The sun's not out.
Okay.
Sun's not out, big guy.
Yeah, I'm allergic to the sun. Okay. I say with my, golden tan.
It's a stretch.
Didn't you know who she was, though?
You don't think I'm tan?
So you know who
Yes.
she worked
Oh, I
with?
know
no,
you're
I,
tan, 'cause
I
I see your
only
tan
remember
lines.
seeing her at the bar.
Oh, okay. I thought you knew who she was and
No.
who she worked for. My bad.
You were sorry at the Laughing Matron.
So the
You guys got your questions ready?
No, we have 2.
Let's try
What other 2? What other do we want to?
Well, it takes you 10 minutes to ritual cast it anyways,
Right.
so you've got
So
about
you're
10
you're
minutes.
busy, and while you're busy doing that, we're figuring out questions. So, questions for the leader. Is there anything more, or what is the value that we could take from your warehouse?
that works.
Except we don't. I don't know if we have
in
time.
charge? Who might come after
It's that
us?
diamond dust dude.
Yeah, it's gonna be on the lookout
Hakapeta.
for us.
Or
if
met.
he's not already on our
Hakapeta.
way.
If he's not, followed us here. We were
Hakapeta.
not
It's
quiet.
ground raw
No, we
meat
weren't.
with onion, salt, and pepper, and a raw egg mixed in.
I mean, it's possible when the guy was running, he just
So you're
accidentally
looking at
ran
your
into
hand.
something.
Yeah.
Wrong
It's
place, wrong
a
time.
little
like you're making
finer ground than that.
I mean,
That's good.
to Sephora's point, he didn't really seem all that special. He just tried to get away.
We'll use it for. I'm like, that's good. Give me another one.
And while Scarlet recognizes the type of wound, I mean, it's hard to know for sure if he's caught on to anything. But I realize in my games, you guys all gradually become paranoid anyway, so that's fine.
Gradually become paranoid? No, we start paranoid.
Do I look paranoid to
Do you have any questions? For
No,
the
you
agent?
look rigid and in a
Huh?
ivy
Any
bed,
questions
currently
for the wizard?
absorbing the body of a corpse.
How did he find out that we weren't golden ravens?
I put. Did you guys tell the Golden Ravens about us? Where can we find Drya? And then we have 3 more
The
questions.
treasure.
How did-
Like, what should we look for in your?
Where's
Do we
where's
want
the
it?
secret? Yeah, where's their hidden stash in their hideout?
In the hideout.
And if there's any traps, that's 2.
Well, but do we want to know if there's treasure to be had? Or...
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
there,
That'll
is
all
there,
be
tre-
different-
is there,
different
tre-
questions.
is there treasure in your warehouse? It's pretty
there-
broad. But
It is pretty broad.
Well, but if you ask that question, you get like a yes or no. If you ask
How
them
much
to
treasure is in your
describe-
warehouse?
No. Yeah.
Well, no, if you ask them to describe the treasure, you might get a little bit more.
What kinds of treasures are in your warehouse?
that's good better. Because that way at least he has to describe it.
What treasure he doesn't have?
No,
to.
not even that. What?
What treasures are in your warehouse?
No. Where are your secret? Where are your?
Where are your secret treasures?
That's all I mean.
I don't know, man.
What are your secret treasures?
It's a secret.
Secret. No. Secret touchings.
Compartment.
Secret
You need to
touchings.
find out if talent is a person or an organization.
Oh right. When Zephora was dealing with the leader dude, they introduced each other, right?
Not really. No.
No,
No.
I was just an agent from
I thought he
the
gave
Golden
a
Ravens.
name.
And I did introduce myself as Zephora. She did. Wait, she did give me a name.
The leader dude.
The leader, no,
Yeah.
not the leader dude. I talked to the Golden.
You were talking to the tiefling.
I was talking to the tiefling.
Yeah, most of your conversation with
It was
Drya.
with the tiefling. Yeah,
Yeah,
not with
Drya.
the
But
idiots.
the leader of the group did introduce themselves. It was the girl with the blonde hair. She was the she came. to
Human
the
mage
door.
Adele.
Adele. This is not
Mhm.
Adele.
Tiefling.
You guys have yet to see Adele.
Tiefling female Drya.
But you guys haven't seen Adele at this point. Although Adele, I mean, I would say Zephora would have, you guys overheard in the alleyway, and there was the fact that a female mage by the name of Adele who had come in later when Drya showed up and escorted Drya to Willa's form. But that's one person you haven't seen yet.
Oh shit. Listen,
So whoever Talon is,
All right.
or Lindir.
Okay.
I mean, you've got a couple new
so-
names now, Talon and Lindir. I mean, the guy that you just questioned says he worked for Talon. So maybe the elf's name is Talion.
yeah.
Okay,
And we
so
didn't kill Adele.
I mean,
No, she
you're
wasn't
thinking back
in
to all
that.
the corpses. You don't remember seeing her.
hey, let's ask him who's Drya and who does she work for? Because obviously they called her to come down. So we need to know who our enemy is.
Yeah.
That's number one.
I thought she'd said she was like a procurer.
And then where's Adele?
Unusual things.
Yeah, but we don't know who she works for. What
Who does Drya
organization?
work for?
Yeah, who is she and who does she work for?
Yeah.
Gonna say herself.
Do you think maybe this guy would know who the lion is? Poke, 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 poke.
Poke is like eyeball.
And
Okay, you said who does Drya work for, and then what?
where's Adele?
Where is
Because obviously she wasn't there. We didn't see her. And she could still be. And the problem is they know, obviously, because they followed us, they know that we live here.
Mhm.
So we're not on safe ground right now.
No.
All right, so I'm going to.
So before the shit,
Start
No, we
doing
still
the
have one question to
incantation.
find out, but
that's fine. We'll wait and see.
You
what
can hear a
That same threatening note will still be there for him to hear. Basically, like, oh, if you
the elf's eyes go really wide. He looks around.
Oh shit. I'm dead, aren't I?
no one answer that.
Damn.
That doesn't count as a question. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, just says he asked
Uh,
it.
I'm kidding. When you're dead, you've got all the time in the world.
I hope you heard what I asked you.
I was dead. I can hear you now.
Stop. Stop.
I'd have to say
Well,
that's
the question
more.
though.
Okay, that was a statement, not a question. I get it.
So the
You
first
walked a very
question
fine line.
That was definitely a statement.
was, did you guys tell the Golden Ravens about us?
I don't know if Adele did or not, but I didn't.
Not saying it out loud. And a message. Should we ask who does Drya work for first, or where can we find Drya first?
Where can we find her?
Okay. Where can we find Drya?
She's always easy to find. You just need to go to the Slayer's Take.
Now we ask who she works for.
Okay, who does Drya work for?
I don't know.
Where is Adele?
She's back at the warehouse. Ask your last question. Let me go.
Could just let him sit here for a while. Just, let's get to the tree person.
I've never been eaten by a tree before. It's like his lower legs dissolve. This is really strange.
He's kind of slides into the root system.
The roots are slowly creeping inside.
Oh,
touching.
can you not put that in there, please? Thank you. I'm dead, but I have a notion of where. Okay, you just absorbed my gold. This is
I mean,
rad.
we could cut his leg off and see if it grows.
Oh, is that the Lega meeting? I just want to know, is that the Lega meeting?
Well, are you having
Little
elf
bad
or human?
still.
Human.
No.
He
Oh, okay.
was the one who tortured her.
No,
Well,
that's
I-
an assumption.
Yeah, I mean, torture is. I mean, for some, torture versus play. I mean, it's all point of view.
Technically, I don't feel the way normal people feel.
No, they were just fascinated by the fact that your living system could be broken off and turned into kindling. That's all.
Wait, bro. Do me a favor. Can you grab the axe, slice off his head? We just need the head for the last question. We can get the rest of the body.
Good question.
Oh shit! I've been captured by idiots. This is gonna take a long time.
I'm sending to Zipporah. Now I want to ask, so why do you say that? But I'm not going to. Tell us everything you know.
You're gonna be here a while.
When I was born.
You see, one of the things I do happen to know is that, if you tie a certain kind of knot a certain way, it'll hold to a hitch post. But if you do it as a slip knot and you
how about-
grab the wrong rope,
Sending to Zipporah. Like asking about a secret way into the warehouse.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
But how do you word it? Because you can't just say, is
Tell us
there-
about the secret way into the warehouse, and what he's going to do is go, there is
What
none, and
secret
then
way?
drop, or he's going
Right.
to say something.
Right. What do you think?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay.
We could get the jump on Adele and cream her in the brutally sadistic, bloody way.
Not the quick vodka way.
No.
I thought it was a pimp way, but
Put your own pin.
All about the pimp,
True.
huh?
yeah.
Hey, that was pretty good. That was some good old fashioned D&D seduction without the harshness.
All right. So I'm going to ask, tell us about the secret way into the warehouse.
there's an alley north of the building. It's near a street called Kryn Street.
So I'm asking the DM.
CRINN.
CRINN. Okay.
That is near some old abandoned buildings. There's a sewer cover there. Go down in the sewer cover. Take the main sewer line directly north. You will find a false wall at the end of the tunnel. And that's when you kind of think back to how Adele, you don't ever remember seeing her ever truly arrive. She was just in the street, but you don't remember seeing her leave the building after Zephora left. So, as the elf describes this, he gets to the point of the false wall and falls into his deathly state.
I'll pull him by his hair and be like, Willa! Dinner!
Find that creeped inside. Pulls the ankle.
Yeah, it wraps around his hair and the body's
north of
being
the
dragged out the
building.
back door.
How do you spell the street again? Because my autocorrect.
CRINN.
RINN. Kryn Street. Okay, so there's an alley north of the building.
Behind a bench, a
He
couple
didn't have
of
any
abandoned
necklaces or anything on him, did he?
Hmm?
He didn't have any necklaces or anything on him.
No, he didn't have any jewelry on.
Oh,
Zephora
how
already
unfortunate.
searched him. Bella, Zephora already searched him.
We didn't really check his body though for tattoos or if he had
Mom,
If you want to see any tattoos, you
Black
better
Cuts
look quick.
gang.
On his left hand says Pixie, on his right hand says Power.
black cuts forever.
Pixie Power.
Now you're before
Order
she
the
starts to
unicorns,
rip them apart, see if there's
tattoo on
any
his chest.
arcane.
Give me investigation as
I was
you,
an undercover
as you
paladin.
examine the body as it's being slowly dragged out by Willow's root system.
What we failed to find out was he was an undercover paladin.
Huh?
He was an undercover paladin infiltrating the gang, and we killed him.
Good question. I'm just doing great on my investigations tonight. 2 + 18.
Okay. Dirty 20. As the body's being dragged out, you're just kind of looking at the arms, the neck.
Just holding it up, hold on.
For someone who's-
wait.
I will say this much: for someone who's part of a gang, there's no real markings or tattoos on them. But yet, when you look over at the one that's still here, and you remember the one that was dragged out, they all had tattoos.
Damn it.
but this one does not.
Like see one of the little vines hissing me. Dad!
Just pulling at her arms.
So what are you guys doing?
Do we want to question the third one?
You got one more spell in the tank for it.
Who's the other one?
I'm just
The
like
other leader?
rolling my eyes
wizard,
and
you're the
going back
wizard.
about like,
You're the
man,
wizard.
there better be no like after effects from this stuff.
Maybe at least find out maybe if someone talked to the Golden Talons or not.
And see if who he worked for. Maybe.
But
he
they're
worked
not
for
going to
somebody
know
else.
because it would be Adele that would do it.
Yes.
Well, we got a
So,
spell to use. Might as well
same threat
ask. He might not know,
before
but
we
maybe this
summon
one
him.
does.
No.
You can always ask him about his family so we can
No,
tell
we
them
don't
that
need
he's
So
to.
at some point, it's 100 gold per attempt.
Yeah.
So if you do a third attempt, you have to deduct 300 gold from the treasury.
Yeah, just get rid of him.
Okay, let's just do the 200 gold.
He has good thigh meat though. If you want to collect some more.
Thigh meat?
Ugh, that's
Yeah,
Is that what I ate?
yeah.
That's not surprising anymore.
we have corrupted her. She was
It's delicious.
a
Isn't it?
sweet, innocent.
Dwell.
Just a sweet, innocent,
Now she's a
dwell
cannibal.
prospector, and now
Now
she's
she's
the
a-
rest of the
cannibal.
fight.
She's a fine young cannibal.
I want to look at the spell book.
Give me Arcana check as you begin to read and examine the spell book.
I would like
I'm
to
eating
use
another cracker.
And I want to look. I want to use my eyepiece on the compass.
Okay,
18.
18.
I would.
It's not. This would be the elf spell book, correct? Which you guys can now surmise his name is Talon. As you examine Talion's spell book, it's not very powerful per se. It has some very common spell inflections in it. I would say there's one spell that you find called Grasping Hand that you've never heard of before. You begin to read it, examine it. It'll take some time to learn it. The properties and components are a little bit advanced, but he didn't cast it. You don't remember him casting it. So you're not really sure if maybe he was learning the spell and hadn't quite figured it out yet.
Are there any spells in there that I don't know?
No, the rest are pretty common.
I don't have that many spells.
That's true.
I'm half.
So you do have Magic Missile already. Does have the Grasping Hand. He does have Guiding Bolt in there as well.
And
I'm
it's
sorry,
not
Flame
as-
Strike. He has
Oh,
Flame
okay.
Strike in there. He
Strike.
would also have Charm.
I don't have that one.
Well,
And you also recognize another spell he has, although it's strange. It's describing a form of telekinesis.
Okay. Does it have a name?
It's called lesser telekinesis.
Okay. Lesser telekinesis.
What about my spell book? that I got?
Give me an Arcana check as you begin to flip through the pages.
Could I use Wither and Bloom specifically on the corpses to make them dissolve faster?
If you'd like to, sure.
Do you want me to look at it? What's your Arcana bonus?
0.
Mine is 7.
Oh, I'll let you look at it.
Okay, hand the book over to Jade. Jade, go ahead and give me an Arcana check as you start reading the other spell book.
I should probably hit some of these hit die just in case something attacks us in the
16.
night.
16. A lot of it's a direct copy of Talon's spell book, so maybe this was his apprentice.
Okay.
Because he doesn't have as many spells in it. He does seem to have one spell in it that he was working on because he didn't cast it. Oh, sorry. The other spell that Talon had was Fireball.
Fireball.
He did have Fireball in it. This caster does not have Fireball in their spell book,
Okay.
but the one unique spell you do discover is Lightning.
Okay. Between Zephora and I, we want to both copy the spells into our spell books.
Okay. It'll take a while. Before each long rest, you can attempt to copy one spell into your spell book.
How do you do hit dice? Do you do Constitution plus each die, or all the dice plus Constitution?
What are you talking about?
Do you get okay? Like it's
For
usually
short rest.
yeah. I'm using.
For
my
a short rest, you just denote your short rests that you already have built into your abilities.
I'm talking about my hit dice.
Right. So We're not doing a traditional short rest like in 5e. We do a bit more of, you can either get spells back, you can either kind of invoke
Is it part
short
of
rest
the 5e
abilities
on
that
the
you
other side?
have.
Pick that
Oh,
up.
those got back.
Yeah,
I
it's
already
pretty
got
good.
those back.
Yeah, we're not really doing short rest hit points back.
But I have the 5 hit dice.
Oh, if you have the 5 hit die
I'm
from
done.
the original agreement that we did,
Yeah,
then you get 5 hit die.
yeah. I rolled 3 of them.
Okay,
She's
that's
just
fine.
wondering if it's.
Oh, the base value is not following the milestone. Sorry, I missed that part. So no, for now, you only ever get 5 hit die during your short rest.
No pluses.
Okay, so it doesn't. Your constitution.
No
does not-
con
No.
pluses. No.
Okay.
Just straight up roll.
And I just.
All right. So
this
do
guy now has no more thigh meat.
So-
I'm gonna go take him back out too, because I told her to cut off the other thigh. He's pretty good.
Fair
He's
enough.
tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait, was he human too?
muscular.
The second,
collecting
yeah,
spell
the apprentice to Talon seemed to be human,
Oh, okay. That'll explain a lot.
and it's possible because when you remember seeing Adele in the both in the alleyway, and when Adele and Draya were talking and conversing with Zephora would have picked up on it. Adele could be Talon's master. She
Mhm.
seemed
Yeah.
very arcane. in
So
her
everybody's
yeah.
like dropping down. in level.
Yeah, she had a very arcane appearance. She didn't, but she was carrying weapons. She was wearing armor, so she might have been a kind of like just someone with multiple abilities.
Do I think that they might have been arcane tricksters?
They didn't seem very roguish.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
the others seemed kind of roguish. The ones that
Okay.
they were commanding.
So they had henchmen, thieves.
It kind of feels like it's an organization that clearly Talon was kind of the front for.
And now it's her and the ogre. We've got to start off again.
Well, there might be still
Damn it.
some people back there. I don't.
Okay, my problem is they know where we live.
They do.
They're going to find out, if they don't already know already, that
And
we've
they're gonna-
killed their entire gang. The ogre's probably made it back there to tell her because she's like, what the hell are you doing back?
Well, I believe that effect lasts him for how long again?
And
6
until
hours.
he completes the task.
Okay.
So when
You're not really sure
right.
if that warehouse is even home.
No, I know. Oh, shit. He might be like, my actual home is like thousands of miles away. Okay.
And then I think
Wow.
it only lasts 8 hours.
8 hours or until the completion of the task.
Right. So,
I mean, you're just making assumptions at this point, is all I'm saying.
no, I know.
That's
That's,
where the heart is.
go home.
well, if her gang doesn't come back, she's gonna start putting feelers out to find out what's going on. They're gonna find out that there was a disturbance
In the forest.
in the
So-
force, as if thousands
farce.
of henchmen's voices cried out all at once, and they're suddenly silenced,
Should we?
except for an ogre.
Should we go?
Except for
run real
the
quick
2
to
you
the
interrogated.
warehouse?
Those are just
Um,
gone forever.
Should we go run real quick to the warehouse then?
No.
We all need to.
No, we need to rest.
heal.
Yeah, we're gonna.
One night of getting my ass kicked and burned
We
and
still have
stabbed
those.
is enough.
Test your
Yeah.
healer potions.
I have a full belly now, and I want to go to bed.
You guys watch this before it kind of like stretches and yawns and
Yawn.
pops a last minute cracker into her
I
mouth,
don't
fills
wanna
the
sleep
last
in
of the
house. We
pate on
can
it.
Sleep in a tiny hut, and we can, just go out in the back.
Go in the backyard.
Yeah, we need to be sneaky about this because they come looking for us. I mean, who cares if they kill the servants? They're a dime a dozen, but we don't want to be hurt when we're
I care if they
sleeping.
kill the
I
servants.
need to. We need to find out about this compass really quick first.
Yeah, we don't want to
Well,
use our.
Should probably need to talk to the hobbits.
halflings.
Halflings.
Whatever.
First
Well, that's why one copyright infringement be because he calls them hobbits.
I'm starting to feel like that's a slur rather than.
Oh, it's a slur.
Yeah.
The way Sephora says it, it's a slur.
It's a slur.
The little
If
people.
we're
You read the
if
book.
if we're going to go on a new adventure, we need to give a plausible
Well,
reason
you know,
why
they
we're
could all be slaughtered
leaving.
tonight in their sleep, so we should probably ask them now.
Yeah, which is
Get
why
this
we're
set
somewhere
up.
back on the mountains with the ice dragon and the ice giants. We're just going after everything because we haven't been there yet.
And it sounds like we probably have an 8-legged little thief looking for exactly what you have, living in our house, or at least knows how to get in and out of it.
But you guys covered that up.
We
Staff
did.
did.
The staff did. They repaired it and put it all back. And you guys haven't seen him since.
They said, the little hobbit said he was a, quote, accomplished thief, unquote.
We should check the tower.
So
Before we,
I think we should have a sit down with the
the tiny hut is
halflings.
gone, but
I can cast tiny hut.
Oh, you.
So while they're doing that, I'm like dead tired from carrying the bodies and summoning shit. I'm gonna just take all my tiny spiders and pick up my skeleton like guardian apparently now, just shove it on my shoulder, go upstairs, go in the cocoon with the rest of my spiders and just chill.
Bella heads off to bed.
Yeah, I know. There's tons of them now in there because I probably left them for so long. They probably overbred at this
should-
point.
Did you want to go with me to talk to our newest client?
Oh my God, it's the restroom.
I'll go with
Oh, you mean the
the
halflings?
Marlo's currently fast asleep at the kitchen table.
All right.
It's been a long day.
He's holding a tankard.
If the hobbits are all fixed up and everything, we'll
Halfling.
sit down and get some.
Now they're
I mean, God,
now they're
halflings.
I don't know why you keep calling them that.
They're the same thing.
No, it's not. There's a whole lot of litigation that says it's not.
Okay, well, they can litigate me.
Wait, isn't Lord of the Rings going into the public domain soon?
It's close.
Not yet.
It will be pretty soon, and then life will be a lot easier for all of us.
Yeah, just imagine what they'll make, what cereals they'll make with it when there's no more licensing fee.
So, what are you guys doing with your evening?
Talking to the halflings.
Talking to the halflings.
So who's all going back there? You three? Okay. So you three head back into the kitchen, and they're currently tallying off and being given children's clothes because it's all Devaste could find.
Mhm.
And it's even that's too big for them. So they're like rolling up their sleeves, they're tying things off with rope, just and the one who introduced himself as the leader. Which one introduced himself as the leader to you guys? Go back to my list.
I didn't write down a name.
No, I don't think we were
No, we
given that
didn't.
name yet.
It would Hadron.
What was his name?
Quarter pint.
Half pint.
Hadron.
Hadron.
Hadriann. Hadron.
What is it?
Hadriann.
Oh my God, stop with them.
All right, so we'll sit down with them. You're going to show them the compass?
Yep.
All right.
I
Pull
want
out the
to
compass.
look through it real quick to see if there's any runes or anything on it.
Scarlet looks at it through her little eye rock.
I'm going to make it into a monocle.
And did we ever determine exactly what that thing's supposed to do?
Tells you exactly what the thing is and how to use it.
I mean, you look at it and it gives off a kind of glow, but other than that, I mean, nothing else suspicious about it. Just gives off a glow.
Because it
Oh,
has been able to
awesome.
find traps and
Let me
it
see.
finds magical items.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to look at my magic items and see if it makes my magic items glow.
They glow different colors.
Huh. This tells you if things are magic. We don't have to cast detect magic anymore.
There you go.
That's cool.
So, Hadrian.
Yeah.
What
By
is
the way,
this?
thanks for all this. This is great. Hey,
Oh,
Cade, come here. And he watches another halfling comes over. This is my nephew, Cade.
Cade. All right.
He's it's his father who passed away recently. We discovered that the bracelet had been stolen. We spent the past year tracking it down, and we had gotten some information from what did he call himself, Cade? Yeah, he called himself. It's really weird. He called himself the Lion.
Okay. So he gave you the information on where this thing was to be found.
Yeah, he said that he had hired a master thief to steal it,
Mhm.
He gave us the location and his name.
Mhm.
Told us his name was Lindar or
Mhm.
Lindarian or something like that.
Okay.
And that's what you caught us mid search is when you caught us.
And what the lion look like?
Describes who you'd expect him to be.
Oh, okay. Wow, this guy is
I'm-
involved in everything.
Yeah.
This guy's behind everything.
I feel like I missed stuff in the cocoon. What's up?
He said they got the information from a guy calling himself the Lion,
Lion.
who is described as, who do you think it's
Who
described
stole
as?
the bracelet? Who hired someone to
Conifer.
steal the bracelet?
So
Told you I could have made.
So
it
now
rain
what do you
spiders
do
for
with
that
it?
Party.
Now you have it.
Would have been
Yeah.
a distraction.
That's a good question. We're not really sure. Hey, Cade, go get your sister. Get Cathari, would
Did-
you?
what did the Lion want from you if you found it?
Oh no, you misunderstand. I'm sorry. The Lion said that he hired a master thief to steal it,
Mhm,
and he was swindled. Master thief never turned it over to him.
mhm.
So this guy describes himself as a collector of antiquities and magical items and relics.
Mhm,
He was very much interested in getting it.
mhm.
He knew the Ravens had it, so he hired the thief to get it. And the thief never turned it over to him. So he gave up the address so that we could go find it.
Mm.
And then we were going to hire him to help us retrieve the treasure.
So the
Hmm.
Raven stole it from you?
I don't know. We don't know who stole it from us is the problem.
Okay.
The Lion was hiring this master thief, Lindar, to steal it from them, swindled him, and then he figured, what the hell? Why don't you guys go see if you can find it? And he gave us the information,
Okay.
and we
So,
went looking.
um,
What's
You're-
Kate's sister's name?
Cathari, Cade's sister, Cathari. Yeah.
okay. You're probably in great danger, but
What do you mean? Why would we be in danger? We didn't do anything. We're just trying to get our stuff back.
well, the fact that you have that now is you're probably in great
Well, to
danger.
be fair, we don't have it.
Well, we have it right here.
Yeah, I know. That's not us having it. That's you guys have. Remember, we're supposed to hire you to go get it now.
Oh, I know, but what's the family history on how do we use it? Is it just a
So-
compass? It's just going to point us in the direction?
So we think you're supposed to attune to it. That much we know.
Okay.
None of us have tried yet because we've never gotten our hands on it. Our great Aunt Tegan had left us the information about it, and when after her death, her will said that she left this bracelet to us. We searched all over Tegan's mansion, couldn't find it anywhere.
Was she also a halfling?
Yeah, she actually used to be a Dawn Marshal many years ago, and she keeps if I recall, she keeps her mansion over in I had that note up, and of course I closed it. She keeps a mansion over on the Abundant Terrace.
What was her name?
Tegan, Aunt Tegan.
So, how do you want to work this? Do one of you want to attune to it and then come with us?
See, that's the thing. We don't know if it's lineage attuned. Like we don't. And at that point, Cathari comes in. Yeah. Oh. Anyways,
Or you want one of us to try to do it?
I don't know how this works. My aunt was quite eccentric, very eccentric.
In what way?
She
Like spiders.
Cathari, Kate, go get the rest of bed. Do you have a room I can put the rest of them in?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll direct them to one of
Yeah,
the
and then eventually
like
half
the
naked
room that I don't
halflings,
have to use.
leave wet footprints everywhere as they kind of disappear, following Devaste to be taken to one of the spare rooms, the one that stays behind. So, Hadron stays behind. So look, our aunt was, for all intents and purposes, a little crazy. Okay, but she was fucking rich, just super rich, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when she called the family together on her deathbed, okay, she had us read off her will while she was still alive to make sure everything was good.
Okay.
But here's the weird thing. Her home was empty. Like all of her furniture was covered. We couldn't find any treasure in her mansion anywhere. And so when she read off that she was gifting us her bracelet, she pointed to where the box would be kept inside of a bureau. And after she passed away that night, we searched her bureau and couldn't find the box anywhere. That was about a year ago. So we all went in our separate directions. We did what we could to try to find it. Cade got a job on an excavation team. That's when he met the lion. He told the lion about it. The lion seemed very interested in this device that we described, as my aunt described it to us. He kept working for him and kept working for him. And then he overheard a conversation between the lion and someone else he didn't recognize. Didn't get a name.
What did they look like?
As he begins to describe the person, it's who you guys delivered the letter to.
Lady Tawny?
Lady Tawny is who he was talking to. So he describes perfectly, without knowing her name, but describes her kind of like noble, kind of, Lady Tawny, just her overall appearance.
How's Lady Tawny again?
Lady Tawny's the lady we went to the party for.
Because we saved them on the caravan.
Oh, okay.
And they exchanged information about something and said that that they thought that that the Golden Ravens had it. So they hired Lindarian to go and steal it from them. They paid the half fee up front, but never heard from the guy again.
So should we tell him how we came across it and what we found in the box?
Can you guys tell me I'm too trusting?
Maybe he stole
You're
that.
not even there.
I know.
Maybe he stole that device.
Burns.
You know the Golden Ravens device we found? Maybe he stole that when he was in there stealing the thing.
Probably.
And maybe they ended up turning him into a spider.
I kind of have a thought.
I
have a feeling tuning might have something to do with a certain hack.
Maybe.
They have nothing in common.
You're pretty good at this stuff. Maybe you should try to
I
attune
don't
to it.
know if, I don't know if they have. You don't have to have the hat to attune to the bracelet.
Is it look like a compass like north, south, east, west? Or is it like a 3-dimensional compass?
Give me investigation as you examine it.
Okay.
Wait, I'm still wearing it, aren't I?
Roll shitty. Yes, of course. I rolled another 4.
Still wearing
But logic.
Still wearing what?
I give up.
No, just like, sir, did you get it back? Oh, because you took the ring, but you didn't say you took the compass.
I rolled a 4. And again, this is my
You were
third
going to
4.
talk to the halflings.
Oh, okay.
One was with advantage. I rolled 2 4s.
Wait, did you put on the bracelet? I thought they stopped you.
Yeah,
No, it was- I
nobody.
think I stopped.
Nobody
We didn't put the
attached.
bracelet on.
Nobody.
I just checked to see if it was magic and
Yeah, you
crushed.
detected magic on it. It had a glow.
Oh. I should probably check to see if it's cursed too.
Yeah, she was trying to see if it was cursed too.
Hard to tell.
Hmm.
I mean, you could tell that was magical, but the magic didn't really reveal much more than that.
I don't care. I'll try. I don't care.
No, we have to take it and get it identified.
What? No. Shouldn't do that.
So are you investigating it? Like just taking a look
Yeah.
at it as you pull it out of the box? The area and Hedden like kind of looks as you, oh yeah, that's it. That's how she described it. Supposedly that eagle on top is a latch and you're supposed to be able to open it.
Okay.
Start.
I open it.
What'd you get with your roll again?
A 4.
4?
Yeah.
It doesn't unlatch. While it looks like a really fine piece of jewelry, it looks entirely too big for a halfling wrist.
Right.
Like it's a large bracelet.
I want to use my ability to open a lock and try to open it.
Sleight of hand as you try to
Here, I'll hand it to you.
see if you can find how it latches open.
Do you have advantage on that?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, bless you.
So 26 altogether.
26. So as you begin to examine the bracelet and you begin to look for the detail of where the latch is, it's the lack of detail that makes you wonder what the heck. And you turn over the bracelet and you begin to look at the way it's constructed. Give me a history check with advantage as you examine the way this bracelet's made.
It has you have advantage.
14, 17.
This is beginning to make a little more sense. You can see fine little points where pins, needles, would jet out onto the wearer as soon as it's worn. And that's when you recognize it as a bloodline bracelet. Whoever puts this on and attunes it has to be a member of the bloodline that it's been gifted to, and then would reveal its magical ability. That's its form of attunement.
Okay.
There's a feeling that someone who's not of the bloodline puts it on, it could be bad.
Hypothetically,
I investigated this.
if you were to say
You don't have
absorb a
If you were
bloodline-
there, it sounds like a great idea, but you're not there.
If I were to absorb
There are no
Sorry.
pigeons in the
a
window. It's too late for
bloodline,
pigeons.
Let's
and were to attune to said item,
we'll let
would
the-
it recognize
we'll let-
me as a part of
we'll let the
hypothetically?
we'll let Hadrian. We'll let Hadrian know what that is then, right? Let him know it's a bloodline thing.
Oh, shit. That means one of us has to wear it, isn't it?
Mhm.
You get to
Which
go
one?
adventure.
And who's the bloodline? Direct bloodline? Who actually would be
That'd be
closest?
either Kate or Cathari. I mean, she was my aunt, but I think Kate and Cathari are great niece, great nephew.
What do you think? Is it? Do you think it's maternal or paternal
I don't
bloodline?
know.
Did she have a favorite?
I don't think that's really going to give us any insight, do you? I mean, I would
Did
I would
she
say
mention anybody in the will?
I would say she did in the general will. She mentioned Cathari's name to be allowed to take possession of the bracelet. but-
Okay.
I think it's Cathari that it
Have her
has to
come
be.
on in, and we need to have her put this on.
All right.
Do you think
You
she's
gotta-
up to a quest?
I don't know. Let me go get her.
Okay.
And Hayden gets up and heads over. Here's little feet. Go down the hallway. And he's gone now. Giving you guys a few minutes.
We hear, and his head rolls. Into the kitchen. Shit, they're here! No.
Diamond
All right.
dust on it.
Hey, I have booby trapped the gardens, so you know.
Sure.
Sure you have.
Yeah.
Well, if we hear tieflings start screaming.
Okay.
A few minutes goes by. Comes back with Cathari in tow. She's already a little sleepy-eyed and so Hayden explained it to me. So I need to wear this thing?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's too big.
It'll.
If it's magic,
will-
it will shrink to your size.
Yes. So try that on.
Okay. She picks it up. I don't know. I just
Do you want this treasure or not?
I don't want it. They want it. I don't care that much.
Okay.
She
well,
was-
then we was, we can go.
You can go home.
No. Hayden. And he pulls her off to the side, like over at the edge of the room, and they go back and forth. And he drags her back over.
I mean, if she's not willing, we can.
Not
I'm
before.
fine. Places on her wrist. And you guys watch as it flares for a moment. And then it shrinks down to her wrist. She screams in like shock more than pain as the needles like kind of dig into her wrist. And you watch as the latch pops open.
Mhm.
And inside the latch is kind of like a amorphic eye. No real pupil dilation, just kind of almost like a fish eye to a certain degree.
Oh no, it's a piece of Jerry.
And
The
she
eye
looks
of
at it.
Jerry.
Okay, what do I do now?
Some Vecna bits.
Oh,
look,
like
it's
a
the magic
beholder
eye.
eye.
Concentrate on it.
Okay.
Let yourself be
All right,
open
Aunt
to the
Tegan,
magic.
what is this thing supposed to do? She gave me a
Let the magic wash
she
over
gave me
you.
a chant. Let me try the chant. And in
Here's your eyeball.
halfling, she begins to repeat the chant. Does anyone else speak halfling?
Let me see if I.
I'm upstairs.
Yeah, you're asleep. Willa's outside. Morrow's passed out drinking beer.
No, I
Can I
don't
speak
know how.
Catholic?
You do.
I do.
She's,
I'm not lying.
she's lying. Yep. she's-
I believe she
She's
would, 'cause-
lying.
probably because they're cute. That'd be the only
I
reason
know,
why
right?
she would take that
Well, she
language.
has halfling and goblin.
Well, they're both
So,
cute there,
yeah.
probably.
They're cute and I like them
I
all
also
the
speak
time.
Draconic.
Of course you did. The three food groups
The
of
3 food
language.
groups, yeah. Right.
Halflings, goblins, and draconic. You're bound to run into one of those in the middle of an alleyway, I swear.
Goblins, spiders, and giants.
Give me a religion check as she's doing this chant.
You got
Just
this.
hate me tonight.
You got. Do you want some other dice? Take the DM's dice.
So
This is always
if her
good.
aunt was a Don Marshall and the lady that you guys work for is a Don Marshall, they might have known each other.
17.
17. As she gets to the end of the chant,
Mhm.
you hear in halfling possession. And that's when you watch as her eyes flare. You watch as Cathari's female halfling form kind of just goes rigid and her voice changes.
Oh dear.
Oh, it worked. This is fascinating.
She totally possessed her crit.
And Adrian looks over and goes, Antigan? Yes. Yes, it's me. And that's where we're going to finish today.
I knew it.
So messed up. She like totally killed her grandniece to steal her body.
Well, you don't know if she's dead.
Possession's not kill. It's
Total-
9/10
that
of the
was
law,
totally
but-
a moment from the Body Snatchers.
Hey, everybody, thank you for coming out. Really appreciate the raid from Disaster Tour. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Pocky needs sleep. Thank you for the follow. I really love that handle. So get some sleep, damn it. Starting tomorrow night is a new campaign that we're kicking off. We haven't named it yet, but we're working on that. And tonight is the last night in Studio 1.0. Starting next week, we'll be in the brand new Studio 2.0. Hopefully not too many IT bugs and other things to slow us down. So next week we should be over there, and it's going to be quite a treat. It's about 3 times the size of this space. Brand new tables, some new equipment, lots of new background and scenery, and lots of new stuff to kind of immerse the players in the game. We'll be adding some lighting and some other things as well. So thanks everybody for coming out. Be kind, be safe, and don't forget to play a game. We'll see you guys in a week in our new digs.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.